help other people, right? So today, you know what? I love that. Andy's wish is he wishes for world peace. So you always wish for world peace. It starts with us. It starts with one person at a time, and one person can make a difference, and that's the truth. Even on our hardest days, we can make a difference with our words, with kindness, with positivity, right? Hey Millicent, how you doing? We really can do it. We can. Maybe our brains aren't wired for all those things. Blasian Bunny just shared a really great post about how our brain isn't wired for that kind of stuff. We have to create it, and it's true. It's 100% true. So I appreciate you. Molly, hello. Okay, today is Coffee Talk and Tech Chat. This is day number 740. I've been live 740 days in a row on Whatnot. I don't recommend it for anyone. Mm-mm. Just kidding. Do it if you dare. Do it if you want to try different things, challenge your um your business. Try different things. Welcome in, CG. Hello. Okay, so today I don't have per se an agenda other than this is where if you have a question about Whatnot, you want to know something, feel free to ask away. I always will tell you to follow Whatnot sellers. They have chat shows that are all about Whatnot. Sometimes they come out when they have something changing in the app and they will oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you very much. Thank you, you guys. I appreciate you. They come out with news or information, but most of the time they're interviewing other sellers who've done amazing things on the app that have caught their attention. So that's Whatnot Sellers. You always want to watch it. They usually go live, I think, on Tuesdays at about 11 o'clock, or on Wednesdays actually, talking about live listings with Tom. Oh, I love it. I love it. Tom is awesome. Tober, what's up? So definitely want to follow that. Now, if you go to that, you'll see lots of people spamming their shows. You'll see people like saying, "Follow me, I'm new." It's just like any other show, you guys. You have to follow the rules and respect those streams. Going into a show where they're interviewing like a seller and they're asking questions is not where you go, "Oh, and spam 50 times to say, my app won't work, or this kind of problem I'm having, or how does shipping bundling work?" They're really not answering those kind of questions, but every now and then they'll have a shipping show. And then there is a group of about 30 community hosts. I'm one of them. If you're a community host, drop your emoji right now. And those people are all hand selected by Whatnot. There's people that are in the community that do chat shows, but they're not hand selected by Whatnot. And I will always say this, there you can learn a lot from everybody, but everybody that's doing chat shows on Whatnot is not the actual source. Like they're grabbing Whatnot's jargon, including myself, and turning it into their own version. So you always want to go to help.whatnot.com. That is the number one source. Okay. Always do your own homework for your business. Don't go by what everyone tells you. There are some people that like know a lot about the app, and there's some people that listen to other shows and then think that's real. So be real careful with that. It can hurt your business, but it can also help your business. Okay. So we all have a lot to learn from each other. Amber, what's going on? Go to Whataburger right now, and I'll just raid right now. We'll be done. What's up? All the friends. Okay, there you go. Sassy is a community host. I'm a community host. Um, there's so many people. Shop Happy 2019, A Reworker's Passion, Thriftworks, Darren, who has like 3 accounts, Thriftworks USA. You know what? There isn't like a listing in the app just yet, but I have on my website, darchivist.com, a link under the events to all the community hosts. So it's a link on my site. I can't share it within Whatnot because well, I can. The link is where, so it says Whatnot community hosts support shows. If you click on that under the events section, it's all the scheduled shows. So as a community host, they ask us to do one thing: have a once a month chat show based on their topic of choice. That's it. They give us supporting materials. A lot of them have to do with shipping. This month happens to be about attracting buyers, how to get buyers in your stream. And there are 32 community hosts. It fluctuates. It goes up, it goes down. You can't sign up to be a host. You have to come recommended. And our newest one, I think, is Thriftworks. And I mean, I'll name them all right now. Okay. So it's like whatnot.com, and then it's like a special link. But if you go to, yeah, Blasian Bunnies, when she was in here, she made a calendar actually, but the people that are on the calendar are not all community hosts. Yeah, so they're not all community hosts that are on the calendar. But Custom Wood Burning, Mantra. Now understand it's June 9th, 8th? I don't even know what day it is. June 8th or 9th? 9th. Today's June 9th. The sellers that I'm going to announce, the ones I don't know if she did. I have it in front of me, but I'm going to refer you to my site right now because they're all linked up in it. Well, I think it's ones that she's picked. She's not necessarily putting community hosts on it. It's literally her sellers that she find align with her and her business. Necessarily, she can't fit everybody on here, but these sellers are sources, not the official source. For additional help and platform support, visit help.whatnot.com. Yeah, so she's got herself on Sundays, Lilac Bloom on Mondays, A Reworker's Passion, JJ Shopper, Tuesdays, Kimmy D Archivist, Custom Wood Burning, Fundamentals, really great guy. Julie Becker Wednesday, Whatnot Sellers, The Frugal Couture, Mirasaki. Actually, I was gonna read just the actual host, but that's all right. Sugar Hill Market Thursday, Secondhand Sarcasm, Abandoned Treasures Reclaimed. Who I got to meet, you guys. I got to meet a few of these people. Friday's Always Treasures, Natural State of High, Saturday Shop Happy, and Visuals. Okay, those are on her calendar. Okay, and then on Whatnot, on the community host link, which you could visit darchives.com, go to events, and then it takes you to Whatnot because the Whatnot has a special link. It's like community_host shows. It's like a lot of underscores to share. But what that link will do is it will show you all the scheduled shows for that month's topic. You can click on each person and then you can figure out what shows they do, what they sell, and things like that. What up, Picker Adam? How you doing? So today at noon, we have Custom Wood Burning, Attracting Buyers. Mantra 911. She's usually in Disney because she does pins. Custom Wood Burning, her name explains itself. She's an amazing wood burning artist. Yo, happy Tuesday, legend. I don't know, legend. What's up? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? I decided to put this stream to YouTube and Facebook. You can watch for a replay over there. Or you can grab a sticker and watch it right here directly on Whatnot. I'll flash sale that. Okay, we've got House at Coop. They're doing a show. These are all today's shows. Okay, and then we have the Hodgepodge Place, India 816, Disabled Vet, Draz, Thriftworks USA, Shop Happy 2019, TBC Productions. Heck yeah, Michelle's Deals. Hers is next week. These are a lot of these, so they're all scheduled on this list I'm sharing with you. Repurpose Resale, Jen's Multiverse, The Sassy Vintage Chick, second_star_exchange, Secondhand Sarcasm. She's my twin if you didn't know. And we're in alignment on shipping, Q and I. The Red Rooster, Blasian_bunny, same thing in alignment with shipping. Moms and Crumbs, A Reworker's Passion, _reworkers_passion. West Coast Shop, Mojo's Wife Joni, Common Cloth, KOMMONKLOTH. I like to spell it out. Let's see. Shop 801 Lane, Philly Flipper, and those are the shows scheduled. So I'm missing like a good 10 people, I'd say, who already had their show this month. So check out that link. Yeah, I just had a shipping show. So I'm gonna put this here. I like to really keep people on Whatnot, but I want you to have this stuff for free. Okay. So there's my site, darchivist.com, and it's on the events. You can copy and you can save that link and check it on the first of the month and go bookmark all those community host shows. Ship happens here. Yeah, but we're not talking about shipping today because I don't want to be on for 2 hours. I'm ready to raid now. Okay, you guys ready? Just kidding. Silver Moon Mama, what's up? PJ, hello. How are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello, everybody. No, my name is not Shelly. I cannot sell seashells by the seashore. I am going to tell you to go look on help.whatnot.com and type in prohibited. And there's an entire list of things you're allowed to and not sell. I recommend people learning themselves. I used to actually always tell people, but I feel like people need to do their own homework. So I would recommend PJ and anybody else, it's best to know yourself. So, for example, no boat talk today. That's right. Go to help.whatnot.com, search prohibited. A list comes up. On that list, it will, if it's banned, it's just going to list what the item is. Most of them are common sense. Okay. Most are common sense. Then there's some that, if they're not banned, they have policies about them, cosmetics and different things like that. Coop, what's going on? Coop, yo, Coop is here. How you doing? Where's Cindy? Cindy, are you here? Yo, help.whatnot.com and then search prohibited. That's where you'll get help.whatnot.com is number one. That's the source. That's literally where everything you need to know about whatnot is. Now, if you go there and you type in shipping, you're going to get lots of paged links. They're going to take you all over the place. What? You're on Cali time? Nice. Hey, Craig, how you doing? Michelle, hola. How are you? Oh, I love it. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about kindness. Okay. So we're all running businesses. Some of us just doing it for hobby. You're very welcome. Doing it for a hobby. We're not necessarily running a business, right? People have different levels. There's moms on here trying to make extra money, dads on here trying to make extra money for a bill they got to pay, after curricular activities for their kids. Yay. I always try Michelle. I love it. I know a lot of Michelles. I know two Michelles and I know one Michelle. Yeah. So gotta get it right. Gotta get it right. Um, it is. It's Joe Mama, Andy. Okay. So, about kindness and we're all running businesses here. If you're having a show and you don't know how to go about it, just do it. Just do the best you can. There's tons of people you can watch and learn what to do, what not to do. Just keep going. Just don't stop. Okay? Just don't stop. I'm actually thinking about that, Picker Adam. Yeah, I have a someone locally. I know you can do anything. Yeah, we've all been new. Just read what Coop says. We've all been new. We all started with 0 followers on this app. And when I started in 22, there wasn't a lot of sellers or buyers. It was not like it is today. I couldn't tell you how many users are on the app. I do know that last year 20 million people downloaded the app. 20 million people. And I think that was on Apple. 20 million have downloaded the Whatnot app this last year. Is that insane? You started with hope and an air guitar. Heck yeah. Yeah, 20 million. Yeah, we were all buying from each other. So it was sellers buying. And it's still like that. But now we have people that are strictly just buyers on the app. They don't sell, right? So people would start and then they would sell it for super low. And then why wouldn't you go to those shows and buy all their inventory? I mean, and then people would complain, I sold it for $1, but that girl went and sold it for 200. That's why it's important to do your research and know, or have a business model that you do have $1 starts. You have to figure it out. Don't let no one tell you, oh, don't, I never do it. Don't you ever do it. You'll lose. Yeah, you'll lose, but maybe it works for your business. But again, don't run your bangers at $1. I always say that anyway. The challenge helped you learn just to do it. Yeah, that's it. Sandra, what's up? Literally all. Oh, okay. I have a question. I see estate addicts said to Picker Adam, you were one of my first people I watched and bought from last year. Great to see you again. I love that. Yeah, I love that. It would be cool if the items were marked how many times it was. Picker Adam, that would be so cool, huh? I can tell you I sold this item. Well, I bought this item for like $1. Okay, I won't say what the item is. Just say it was a fairy lamp. I bought it for $1. It was immaculate. Okay, I sold it for like 200 and something bucks, and someone else sold it for like $300, and someone else just recently sold it for over 500. So there's meat on the bone for everyone on that item. It's because the economy changed, the demand changed, and the supply went down. So when there's less of a supply, people are willing to pay more to get that item. Yeah, could you imagine? I'm sure the person that does have it now is a collector because they're not a seller on the app and they're a collector. That's the buyer you want. But because the market went up, I would have got that higher price, but I didn't sell it when the market was up. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I know, but people aren't going to want to, do that. It'd still be kind of cool, right? And I'm sure all of you can say that for certain items that have sold or you've seen. Like when we started on here, I sold in vintage decor. And when I sold in vintage decor, I sold to the collector. I wasn't selling to the reseller. I was selling to the collector, right? So my prices weren't necessarily bottom prices because I would source items that were a little bit, they cost more. They were more of a collectible item, right? Where I'd get them from. And then as I built a relationship with like that supplier, they would give me better deals. So then I had a little more wiggle room with it. Yeah, some kind of whatnot promise. Maybe we'll get a wall of what item sold the most consecutive times on whatnot. Will we ever find that out, Picker Adam? How would we test it? We could test it actually. Yeah, we could to millions of people. And now, as the app has grown and we've all helped and shared info with whatnot, and it's made some changes listening to us because whatnot listens. Whatnot's in your shows all the time. Hey, whatnot, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Because I know they're in my shows all the time. Not for the whole duration because they have other people to go and check out and see what's going on. But know that whatnot is someone's always watching from whatnot, right? So do the right thing, have integrity, run your items all the time. That's what I'll say. I'll say that because when I sell and I have auctions and I'm running something that those buyers want, I've advertised through my thumbnail, through my social media. People come to that show and they're there to bid and swipe. They are there. They are there to do that. Hello, Suzanne. How are you? I think I saw Sugar Hill Market. Hi, Christine. I know. You would have tracked it if ever wanted. You'd have to like label it. But then again, that seller may not want people to know where their source is. I for sure, one thing I'll talk about is sources. I've seen, I have a seller friend on here, a couple of them that I watch, and they do pretty good volume. And all the time, the question is, where do you buy your palette stuff? Or where do you get your stuff? And it's kind of rude, like, because why would they tell you their source? Now I get when you're new, you want to know what, like, where do you find it? I'm not going to tell you that I go to XYZ store to buy my stuff because what if you're in my area? You're going to go to my store and get my stuff and now all my prices are going to go up from my supplier, right? So don't ask people that. Look locally. When someone's having a chat show, that makes all the sense to ask about it, right? But when someone's like live selling, people come in and ask, "Hey, where do you buy that from?" Okay, just a minute. Let me give you the phone number, right? But for real, like be respectful to people. Let me know all of your sources you spent years building so I can steal it. Right. I mean, you could be fair to like I understand why people ask that, but not while someone's selling, right? Respect them and what they're doing in their stream. But maybe if they offer a chat show, say, how did you go about finding these items? How do you source? But asking specifically for their place, I wouldn't be giving that out. Mm-mm. You can't sell a list on here. It's against the rules. Yeah. You can't ask other businesses where they get their inventory, right, Blasian Bunny? Also, can you write down your negotiated price with them? You want to know it, Picker Adam? I'll tell you. Are you listening? Are you listening? It's none your business. Yeah, I will say that over and over. But a great way to start for sources is look locally. So if you want to, if you're selling like regular stuff and you want to dive into palettes or dive into that kind of thing, you need to look locally to you. Don't go on Facebook and then find a Facebook group that's like, oh, we're the one that sells the most trustworthy palette. Here's our order form. Put your credit card info. We'll just ship it to you. No, you want to make sure locally you can go inspect it, touch it, and see the inventory. If they don't let you, probably not a good source. Take my money. Exactly. But try to be able to find something local to you and look up on Google. They have reviews. Because you never know what you're going to get in the pallet. If they sell and they say you can't search it, and the top has like, some gaming PC boxes and Apple boxes, and then they say they're unsearched, but they're selling it on Whatnot or somewhere, they're searching it because they're taking all the good stuff and leaving you all the trash. And there's no guarantee what's in that pallet. So there are people that will tell you the story that they get trash all the time. They get empty boxes because you can't touch it, right? So you want to find a source that allows you to do that. Okay. You can not open every box. Like they have some of those bin stores where they have them in brown boxes. You can't open it, but they have like a counter that lets you open stuff. You're gonna pay, you know, on a good day, $2, $1, up to, $10, $12 for that box. It just depends. So, but they do sell pallets. Some of them are searched, some of them are unsearched. But you want to find local, and it's not hard. Just look on Google Maps. There's probably, depending where you live, of course, right? There's probably, 10 or so near you within so many miles. Yeah, you just never know. Like Picker Adam used to buy storage units, and some of those storage units, they go through at some of the facilities, and they're shady, and some are really fantastic. Like they don't care; they just want to empty it out and gone. Yeah, but that sources are not hard to find. But yeah, when you go on someone's selling show and you ask them, be respectful. They're there to sell. They're not there to like teach you all the tips and tricks, and it's all through experience. I don't sell pallet stuff. I have bought a couple of pallets or coffin boxes, kind of like I love those. And I've done okay with it. I did buy 2 storage units before. One was awesome and one was all trash. So I didn't want to go that route. I prefer to like hand select, and like when I go to vintage kind of antique stuff, it's just one of those, you get lucky when you find it, or if you search for it, or you build great relationships. So locally, I've built great relationships with some antique stores. And now they'll call me first. One of them calls me first all the time to go look at stuff. Because I photograph some of her stuff that she sells online. She's like, I don't even want to deal with it. You want to take this whole box? It's all fit. It's all wrapped up, but take it for this much. I'm like, okay. Thanks, Molly. Yeah, it's just people have to learn themselves. Sometimes they're expensive mistakes, but those mistakes, I find that people like see there's these websites, and they have like these mystery boxes, and they're like, guarantee for $250, I'm going to give you 50 beauty items. Okay. And there's tons of these websites. You guys know about them. And I'm not going to recommend them. But then you go and you buy it, you get it, and everything's expired, and you can't sell it on Whatnot. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years old. You can't sell anything over 3 years for cosmetics. Because and yes, some stores have stuff on the shelf that's 4 years old, and you won't know this if you're just diving into it. So start with stuff around your house. Start with stuff around your house to sell it. Storage units sometimes great for margin, not always best for how much. Yeah, and I see people on here that buy storage, and I'm sure they have stories, and they've learned like, we took a risk. We saw some boxes that looked like they could be some, and they were empty. See, there's just no guarantee on any of it. Yeah, and sometimes, oh, a lean unit, yeah. And sometimes some of these folks, they have their maintenance people like dig through it because somebody has access to these storage units. So you never know. From small to giant one. Faithful girl, thank you for the raid. Welcome into Cawfee Talk. We're just talking about Whatnot and sourcing right now. And again, like the way I source is I have made relationships with local small businesses that buy big estates. And sometimes I go to estate sales, and I've met companies locally that I work with, who like have had me come and photograph their stuff that's money, and then they sell it. I've been trying to get some of them on Whatnot, but they don't want to ship. They don't really want to ship. They just do some local stuff. But through experience, you learn where you want to buy. Are the water drops and little leaves? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Faithful Girl is rocking a perfect 5.0 rating and less than 1 day shipping. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, Millicent. I appreciate you. +1. What's going on? How are you doing? Thank you, all the friends. I appreciate you being here. All right. Thank you so much for the raid. So, water in the seeds family. I like that. I love that. We talked about sourcing. And when I have a chat show, I really don't care if people promote themselves in my stream, like saying, "Hi, I'm whatever my name is. I'm having a show on this day," but just don't over spam it. Be respectful. But why don't you guys go ahead and share your shows? Don't share with the link. Just share your show. You came recommended. Forgotten Memories. Thank you for recommending the raid over here. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you, friend. Welcome in. So on the chat show, if you have a question, and I'm gonna unpin this, I always keep it. I usually run. So I'm on OBS, and people ask me about OBS all the time. We'll segue into OBS. OBS is not for everybody. It's a third-party piece of software that's free, but you need to have a pretty powerful processor on your computer. So Chromebooks aren't going to cut it out. Okay, go throw it away. If you want to use OBS, it just won't work. No, don't throw it away. You might need it to list. But OBS is what I run. So that's why I have the split screen. That's why I have the scrolling text. And then right below that, I would have another camera on, which I actually have off right now. But I can turn it on anytime, put an iPad and show things, and do whatever, whatever works. But I try to, during the chat shows, have it off because sometimes it's hard to read the text depending on what color I have at the bottom here, right? Only watch darchivist or d_archivist, or if darchivist is not on, wait till darchivist is on. Pick her at him. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, feel free to promote. So currently I'm on a MacBook Pro laptop, and then I have a big monitor to the right of me, and it has like my OBS, my controller, my mic, and then it has a whatnot window open in case I need to look something up, right? Thank you for your sticker purchase. I appreciate you. You'll get to be able to watch the replay. So I flash sold that. I didn't have a chance to flash sell all the other stuff, but if someone wants to make an offer on anything, please feel free. Yeah, look at all the shows. I don't use Chromebooks, so you can use a Chromebook to view on whatnot and probably type in the chat, but you can't use it for OBS. It just doesn't work. But I don't use a Chromebook at all because it just doesn't work for me because I'm a photographer and designer. So I've always been on Mac. It's not an iMac though, but it kind of could be set up like one. I have a camera up top. So the camera I'm using is a built-in webcam. I used a wired internet connection, so I have a guaranteed speed for my internet, right? There you go. So some computers, their cameras, they're not good. But it really is the secret, really is the lighting. You could have a piece of crap camera, not a piece of crap, but pretty close, okay? And not good lighting, and then you'll get pixelation, right? Because your internet's not wired in. Now there are some people that have a wired in a wireless connection, like Andy has an amazing one. He's wireless. BA Resale, what's going on? Yeah, so it's all about playing around with it. So I like OBS because I can put two cameras up, right? I think, is my camera on? So I have two cameras. I have that chart here, right? I can turn it on and sell and do what I want to do, right? But I have it off at night sometimes when I'm not selling because why have it on? People can read the chat better. That's what the black is really nice, right? I can add a second camera if I want. And actually I do have a second one. Right here, these little tiny OBS cams, they're really excellent. All right, let's see what everybody's saying. But sometimes people don't realize they need to play around with it because sometimes they'll have like a ring light right in front, and they'll have the rings on their glasses, and or they'll have the light too bright, it will blow you out. So you might want to play with that a little bit. Like I've had a few people reach out to me about that. I haven't started selling yet. I have an iMac computer and two iPads and a phone. To be honest, if you haven't started, D. Lewis, use your phone first. Become an expert with the phone. I think that is really honestly the best. Do the phone first. If you have an issue with like reading the chat because it's too small, because let's face it, the text is tiny for some of us. I would definitely maybe use the iPad to view or use your computer to view and then actually mute yourself on the screen. But you could, if you're techie, it sounds like you have all the equipment. But I would definitely go with the phone first. I always started with the phone first. I could have jumped right into OBS, but I didn't. I was like, you know what? And now I don't even like to stream with the phone. I forgot how to use it. I'm not kidding. No, I do know how to use it. So it's up to you. But you have to remember one device first. So if you use your phone as the camera and you go live, and you have it on a table facing your items, you can run auctions. Like I can run right on my computer. So I'm going to run like a flash sale right now. It's already set up. I have inventory. I have 800 items. Boom, one flash sale. I can click another one pretty quick to run a second one, right? There are a couple of seconds in between, and then I can keep running them on the computer. Doesn't affect my phone. My phone's not shaking, nothing. You'll hear a little clicking, right? Disabled Vet has a new he finally did OBS. Yeah, he came in and told me the other night. Yeah, it's like a new toy. He loves it, he said. Yeah. If someone is on a phone, there are adapters for Ethernet, right? But you have to spend money on a good adapter because a lot of them will like not charge at the same time. You have to make sure you get a pretty decent one. So, 20, $30. I bought a cheap one and it charged, but it got really hot. OBS will give you a lot more options for adjusting brightness and exposure than a phone. How so? You can do a lot of adjustments with your phone. Your lighting around you isn't controlled by your computer. It's controlled by the lights you have. So I have a panel light right above up here, okay? That I have it low. I always have it to the side. I don't need light here. I have a light over there. I have a ring light here, and I have lights in the back just for color. And then with my phone, as long as I have that light, I always put my phone in the middle of the ring light. And on certain products that are not like reflective, then it's fine. But I turn the brightness up, or I'll have a light on each side and then I have them, they cross. So when they're on the item, it illuminates it. Then sometimes I use poster board in white around it because it will bounce the light on my item. And nothing like lighting a piece of glass. So the OBS is great. You can see the chat a lot better. I can control background and different things, but like you really want to have a nice panel light, at least two of them. Not those tiny ones, not those tiny ones. Some of those tiny ones that are portable that you plug in, they're fantastic. But do I sell I don't sell the little cameras because these little cameras, they're for OBS only. And or your webcam or whatever, right? They sometimes are on sale. I have a section on my site of products I recommend. The little cameras sometimes are about $130. It's pretty cheap actually, but there's some that are better. This is a 4K, 2K to 4K, but I use it strictly. The one above is I have two of them. They kind of get warm, not too bad, but I took a card stand and I don't want to use the mounts I use on my desk because they take up so much space. So I was carving into it a way to use one of these stands, right? So I could just set it on my desktop and it wouldn't get in the way. So I'm making it so it fits both ways, portrait and landscape. And it's upcycling something I bought from Custom Wood Burning. Let's see. Computer to TV is a good way to make chat bigger. That is true too. Yeah, you have to figure it out. Don't think, oh my gosh, she has this amazing OBS. I got to go buy that same computer. No, you don't. No, you don't. It's $4,000 computer. You don't need that. Oh, I need to have these cameras. You don't need them. Use your phone. I always recommend the phone first. You don't even need OBS, but get to become a pro and know how to do everything on the Whatnot app on your phone. Whatnot was designed to be optimized on the phone. Hello, addicted to foliage. How you doing? Oh, mine will my whatever camera I have will auto adjust either way. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, you use only Apple branded adapters on your device. Yeah, you'll pay more money. But there are some off-brand non-Apple devices that are just as good. Sometimes they're even better. And Apple sells refurbished. I highly recommend refurbished because it goes through another process. It has the same warranty and it's sometimes a few $100s cheaper. You can do it on an iMac. You don't have to use the camera in the computer. I could run just this camera only and turn myself off. Yeah, definitely use the phone first. Just get familiar with running an auction. And if you need to, you need to like view the text, right? Then you could monitor it. Just mute yourself in that stream, but you could monitor the text on a screen. What's nice with Whatnot, what they do is there's a pop-out text. So it's a little square on desktop and you click it and it opens up a new window and it's text only. What's up, Pam? How you doing? The Frugal Couture. What's up? So again, you can do that. You just got to mute your device and make sure you have no other windows open on your computer. Because if you're using OBS and you're on YouTube and you're playing music, it's going to pick up that audio and feed it into your Whatnot. And then if you don't know how to control those kind of things, you're probably going to not have a good time on your stream. But you can tweak that stuff, you can adjust it. But OBS is not for everyone. You don't even need it. Okay. You don't need it. It's just if you want to do fun little things, animations, and things like that. Let me unpin, right? Or if I get a raid, like I like to put hearts and I didn't. So thank you who raided today. All the hearts to all the friends. How are you doing? How I sent you a picture of the baby and I guess tomorrow night will be the reveal unless she's gone already. And she better not be. Um, let's see. But if we're to learn the phone first, aren't there some things that can only be done on a computer? No. Um, there's certain things, yes, but with the app, you could do everything that you need to do. There's one feature you can't do on the phone that you could do on desktop if you're an Apple user, which is if you have an auction that ended and you want to duplicate it and just add new pictures, you can't do that on the iPhone yet. On Android, you can duplicate the listing to make a new one. You would have to go to the Seller Hub on the computer on desktop, and then good, I'm glad you didn't. And then you could create duplicate. That's how I list so fast. I hardly ever list with the phone. I feel like it takes me longer. And I used to be in the AI beta, which they got rid of, and they completely changed it. So, I didn't personally, I thought the AI took longer. I type really fast and I can even dictate into it. I don't have to actually type anything. But I personally like the desktop to list because I could list, a couple hundred items in an hour, especially if they're all similar size or they're the same kind of item but different character of some sort. Yeah. CSV is the way. Yeah, I don't even do CSV takes longer sometimes. If I'm doing sports cards, I've done CSV for that. That's how I have 1,000 items in my shop because I duplicate. I made a video on YouTube. My name here on Whatnot, D_archivist, is the same name on YouTube. I made a Seller Hub video, which I'm about to make a new one actually because they updated the way it looks. So I wanted to update. I think you should watch that. It's about 25 minutes or so. And it'll show you step by step how to duplicate, how to see your inactive items. A lot of that you can do on the app. The only things you can't duplicate. I ask for it all the time. We can on Android though. Android version 16. I don't know what version it's on right now. You can duplicate, which is basically say you sell an item, and I'll repeat this again. Say you sell an item and you realize you have the same item except the color is blue and you want to duplicate it. So on Whatnot, you can't duplicate it in the app. You have to create a whole new listing. I don't want to do that. So I go desktop and I'm like, boom, 2 seconds. Because I hit duplicate, I delete the pictures. I already have my pictures on my computer. I just drop them in and then I hit update. There is a little caveat to it. If you have over 100 shows scheduled, it will not accept your changes to the duplicate to save. It just won't. It's weird. I, of course, have had 500 shows scheduled. It was working. It broke. It worked. I got to reach out to Whatnot because now it's not working again. And any change I make to a buy it now item, it kind of won't make the change. It will on the phone just fine. So a lot of times, again, I like to just do it right on the computer. But watch the video because I go through it step by step, how to duplicate, which and how to like assign. Yeah, 500. Yeah, because I've done 740 shows in a row on Whatnot. I wanted to test it out. Now on the app, you can't you can't what's the word? You can't schedule more than like 50 or 100. But like 2 years ago, when I started this 1,000 days challenge, I decided I'm going to try to schedule 100 shows in a row. I mean, they're all similar, they were all selling shows. So I did that and it worked. And I'm like, I wonder if I could do 250. So then I scheduled 250 shows. And I started on this date every day after up to 250. It worked. So I had 350 shows. I'm like, okay, I'm going to schedule some more. So I ended up with like 600 or 700 shows. So when I went in to edit like the thumbnail, I wouldn't accept the changes. And I'm like, oh, maybe I have too many shows. So I was like, I'm just going to delete them now. And I didn't want to. So I had to delete 150 shows to be able to edit. To be able to edit the shows, I deleted 150. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get in trouble. But I didn't. I did reach out to Whatnot about it because I was testing and they were like, it was feedback that they wanted here. And they're like, no, you're not going to get penalized because it's so far out in the future. I was scheduling shows like from now to 2027. Yeah, I had shows till like, and it wouldn't let me edit anything, not even the title. It wouldn't save it. It would let me edit, but it wouldn't save it. But anyway, you learn all the time. And I love to press buttons and I love to see what happens. Right now, I have to schedule, I'm behind. I think I have 100 and over 100 shows scheduled. I'm trying to let it go under 100. I know 2027 does sound like the distant future. So the end of this 1,000 days challenge that I'm doing, I'm on day 740. Day 1,000 will be on February 26th, I believe, 2027. Actually, and it's funny how that happened. It's the day before my birthday. So I'll have a birthday stream or whatever. Or maybe I won't. Maybe that'll be the gift to myself. I'll be done. I might be done. I started with a 365 and went live every day for a year. And then at the 366 show, I said, okay, we did this mystery giveaway, mailbox madness. And inside one of the mailboxes was a note that said 1,000 days. Picker Adam, thank you for the two. Yo, payday. We love Danny. We love Danny DeVito. Danny, if you're watching, we need you to come on over here and hang out with us. Would that be the coolest? Yeah. Do I multicast? I do. I do. I try to do every show. There's some weird thing with the way it works with OBS. I never start the multicasting first. I always turn the multicasting on after I'm live. And I do multicast too. I have a Facebook group that I multicast this chat to. Hey, Facebook. Which is on Tuesdays only. Sometimes it works. It looks like it's working today. Um, and that's just for the chat shows. When I do my regular selling, every once in a while, I will put those shows over to the Facebook. What's up, Leslie, my friend? How you doing? Alignment. I know, right? Hello. But yeah, don't schedule that many shows. I think that people when they're starting out, schedule 10 shows. So, people know how to find you, where to find you, right? Um, yeah, when I scheduled all those shows, it's really weird. Like when it went under like 200, I was like, oh, I don't have enough shows scheduled. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have totally enough shows scheduled. But it's weird now. I think I'm down to, let's see how many shows. I don't think it actually tells me on the computer. Let me look real quick on the Whatnot. Oh, my screen is so bright, isn't it? I work in darkness here. I like it a little bit darker. I want to say I have 100. Oh, it doesn't tell me a number, huh? Let's see on here. No, you know where it tells you how many shows you have scheduled? It tells you when you're like assigning a product in inventory. So let me just do add to show this item. And I go select all, and then I go to the bottom. So I have 189 shows scheduled right now. 189. And I have them going to like, um, I think I have to schedule some shows past, I don't know, I have a bunch of shows. Oh, so November 27th. November 28th all the way to February 25th or so, I need to schedule shows for that period of time because I haven't even done that yet. Shop Happy 2019. Welcome in. Hello, Barb. How you doing, my friend? How are all the friends? You guys, recently I participated in the Happy Habits Challenge. I'm not going to lie, that was a challenge. It was a challenge. It was hard. It was a busy week, but I made it. I did it. Um, and it was fun to do. It was fun to see all the new sellers doing it. So give Shop Happy 2019 a follow if you want to get into the next one. I think it's November, and I heard a rumor that's turning green. You just woke up and need coffee? I'm having some coffee right now. Yeah, no. So the rumor is true. I mean, I was there. I was there. Yeah, I was there. It was good. I mean, there was a few things I wish I would have done, but I honestly, my brain just had to turn it into positivity. Like I literally couldn't function. And I really did try to do daytime shows. I feel like that part I failed, but that's all right. That's all right. The show continues and I loved it. So make sure, and you guys, now's the time. Share your shows. You just woke up. Oh, I want to sleep in. I got to sleep in the other day and it was like 8. I don't sleep in often. Okay. So I need to schedule some more shows. I'm gonna add more stuff. You guys watch that YouTube video. There's seller. It's called Seller Hub Inventory, and then it was so fun ever seeing everybody's shows. I love seeing the new sellers who are just starting out. Some I think there was somebody that didn't even like start selling until the challenge, right? Because there was somebody last time. I feel like there was somebody that had their first show on the challenge. I just can't remember. And then there were some people that were like nervous and they were chatting and they were super cute and they were the Meet Me Monday was one. I think that was probably my favorite day because some people were just super vulnerable and they were sharing like just some really nice things about themselves or what their story was. And some of them went to the 20 minutes and then they forgot and they were like, I guess I'm going to do the show for an hour. But I saw so many people that were just like, they were working, they were doing all the things. If you guys did the Shop Abby challenge, what was your favorite day? Drop it in there. Hey, Christy, it is. It is. You're in women's contemporary. Is that what you saw? It is. But like anything else, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Run your shows. Run it so you could number one, you don't run it at the bottom because you have a seller over here doing super low starts and they've got 500 people in their room. Know that they started with zero as well, or you never know their story. They could be a streamer from YouTube and sold on another platform and they brought all those people over here and that's why they have that. And the minute they raid, 50% of the people drop because they only want to see that seller. Seller Spotlight was great. Yeah, Seller Spotlight was pretty good. I had to go with it. The original person that I asked, something came up and I was like, oh, yeah. And then I ended up having an internet connection, which was so bizarre. Still trying to grow yeah. Okay, let's see. Simply Smarter. Okay, can we talk about Simply Smarter? I want to talk about TJ. Okay, hold on. Let me read these. If you don't understand the weights for shipping, should you start out with $9 shipping? Tell me more. Tell me more by what you mean by that. Wicked Thrifty Attic. That's true. I'm also only part time because I have full time, and that's hard. Christy, that's a challenge. Absolutely. You find the balance, but be consistent. After going live for every day for 740 days, consistency is huge for the algorithm. I will tell you guys a little secret though. You guys want to hear a secret? Probably not, right? This room does seem more happy with an eye. I like what you did there, Pick Around. I see you. I see you, Pick Around. He's gonna be jump scare right now. You want to hear a secret? I'm gonna come here. Come here. Closer. Shop happy. You know the secret. When you guys are in a show, when you guys are in a show and they tell you to share the show, we need 20 more shares, 30 more shares. It don't do shit for your algorithm. It doesn't do anything. Nothing. You know what helps? Hey, if you're new here, drop a one in my chat. Are you new here? Drop a one. Drop a one. Drop a one. Let's go. If you haven't started selling and you're looking to it, drop a heart. Drop a heart. Drop a heart. If you want help on shipping, drop two hearts. See what I'm saying? This is engagement. This is what brings people in. This is what tells the algorithm something's happening here. Okay, now mixed with this, I'm just going to do some flash sales where you guys are dropping that and I'm talking. What's your favorite emoji? Right? Did you guys have a nice morning? Go for a walk? You know, what do you like to collect? It's engagement. That is better for your show than the share. Don't do the share thing. I see chat show people that are not community hosts doing this all the time, or or shows that are like, tap those hearts, tap those hearts, tapping the hearts. I see the hearts. I appreciate them. They don't do anything for the algorithm. They're for the seller. They're for the seller. Yep. The algorithm may love activity. What? What picker? Little known secret. A lot of people don't realize. They think the shares help. They don't. They don't. Thank you. They don't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I gained nothing from it. I'm trying to help you. So if you're in a show and they're like, share the show. If we get to 1,800 shares, I'm gonna give this iPad away. Okay, from 1999. Just kidding. Okay, what's up, Purple Turtles? If I get 1,800 shares, this is an example. If I get 1,800 shares of this show, I'm giving away an iPad. Okay, if you hear this in a show, know that those shares do nothing. They do nothing. Okay, was told directly at the Seller Summit, and I already knew this prior to from Whatnot. Corporate Goth, hello. Now, sharing the show, if they post it to like their Instagram might help, but if you share the show and send it to me in my comments, me personally, I get a lot. It doesn't do anything. They can who's they? Who's they? The seller can see the number of shares, but they don't know that it doesn't work. They don't know that it doesn't work. Now, I believe that it might when it shares outside the app, if they have a following like on Instagram and things like that. The share irritates most people. Yeah. So what happens is when it shares and you share it to somebody's message box, they're probably 100% or maybe 99.9999, they're not coming to the show because they're getting that message like 3 days later, 4 days later. Not everybody is on top of the message box because they get so many of them. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you right now, I archive them. I cannot go to every show. I have other priorities like my business first. But it is irritating, the ones. I shared it with my wife. It aggravates her. I win. You're going to get banned. That's it. Yeah. I'm sure Orioles get annoyed too. Yeah. Oh, right. That damn autocorrect. But like, just telling you guys, the secret is that what do you want to boost your algorithm? The other thing that boosts the algorithm, and no one knows the exact, even the creators of it can't share it. But the tapping the hearts doesn't, and the sharing the shows does not. Now, if I would think that though, if you are running auctions, it's telling the algorithm there's something going on in the show. So even me running a whole bunch of like random flash sales or auctions, I'm going to do it now. Okay. That also tells the algorithm there's activity in this stream. You can't delete messages. No. But to be truthful, sharing those shows to other people's inboxes, it only makes sense if they've asked you to receive them. I just deleted for the week. I'm seeing how many I get for the week. But I like to keep my inbox clean and only I keep in there stuff I'm working on currently. So if I'm in a raid train, I keep that in my messages. When the raid train's over, I archive it. It's done, right? We used to be able to delete it, but now I think they want the archive for whatever reason. The only ones I know I like spam is the ones selling spam. Exactly. No, I think they have to keep the archive for a reason. Yeah, so if we archive it, it doesn't come back. It's just there. But we used to be able to delete, but not anymore. And I don't think they'll bring delete back. And it doesn't take up a lot of space because I think it eventually it'll time itself out. Text doesn't take up that much too much space. Um, Touching the paperclip makes it look like you're shared whether you do or not. Yeah, you can actually do that. So if you go in and you hit the paperclip and just copy, right? You do share and copy, share and copy, share and copy, share and copy, share and copy. Somebody's doing it right now. And you don't send it to anybody, it actually will increase that share number. Just saying it. Do I need to go that link picker around? So most people on links can't click on them. Um, you shared my show, didn't you? Banned. Yeah, this shows it. But if you're on desktop, you can. I can't click on it. I have to cut and paste it. Yeah, into a new browser. But I can't say why they don't delete the messages. All I know is, um, it might be wise for them to just make it archivable only. Daisy Lane, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. If you guys don't know Daisy Lane, she's an incredible seller on the app, selling vintage decor, beautiful items. She just had a chat show. Thank you for bringing your friends over. How is it 10:24 already? Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. Love you, sis. Have a good day. Thank you. Hey, how are you? How was your show? What were you doing today? They always have good world chat shows. Welcome in, everybody. We are just talking about whatnot. I'm not going to be on much longer because I got to do some things today. I've been trying. My goal is to bring this show down to a shorter time frame and go live a little bit earlier. So, Daisy Lane, feel free to let everybody know when your next show is and what should be soon. I appreciate bringing the friends over always. Oh, thank you. I brushed it today. Just kidding. Thank you. Thank you. I'm ready to cut it all off, though. What do you guys think? I'm ready to go like real short. Yeah, it's summer. I know. Thank you. Okay. So one thing I haven't. All right, let's go. Want me to just do it right now? Should I do it right now? I got scissors. I did that one time before. I gave myself a haircut right on my live. These are not really good hair shears. No, thank you. Okay, check it out. Daisy Lane is amazingly rocking a perfect 5.0. Always less than 1 day shipping. Great, great packer. 100%. Yeah, everybody check them out. Thank you, Millicent. I appreciate you. No, do it for the Vine. Oh, I miss Vine. Okay, you guys. So in October, I am having, well, I'll just say it like this. There was plans for a meetup I was hosting with Lilac Bloom. I'm actually going to push that off. I'm not going to have that meetup. I'm going to have it later date. So next year at some point, I don't have a date or a time. Yeah, I just had to. That's all I want to say about it. Um, right? I have a lot on my plate right now. That's as simple as it'll be. But there are a lot of people having really great meetups. So I'll look for more info, probably like January, February, on a date. I don't want it to conflict with other friends who are having meetups, nor would I want it to conflict with whatnot when they decide to announce whatever this next meetup is going to be. So my focus now is the 1,000 days. And I talked to Lilac Bloom, so we're both in sync with it. And so we want to be able to make sure we give people ample time because people want to fly in and do that. I don't know if it's going to be an official whatnot one. I don't know about that. I was going to just do like the friend circle kind of thing, but we will see, right? Don't do it for the fun. I know I see your eyeballs. I meant to send you a message. I just didn't get a chance. But that's all right. So feel free to know that that's what's going to be coming. And yeah, that's it. All right. So now, do you want to share your shows? Feel free to share your shows. Oh my gosh, yeah. I really wanted to have it, but this is what happens sometimes. Um, and I do want to talk about Simply Smarter Shopping. Do you guys have small businesses? and you need to get some merch or get any kind of product made for your business, have you ever been to her stream? She makes everything. She makes everything. And it's such a nice stream. It's so nice. She runs OBS on her stream, but she does like custom water bottles. She does stickers. She does iron on transfers. She does a lot of stuff, but I just see that I would love people to go pay her show a visit. She's just really pleasant on camera as well. Yes. Simply Smarter, when's your next show? And she's, she's like a lot of, there you go. You did? I love it. What do you, she does DTF. She does have an amazing setup. And she's so like, she's chill. She's kind of my neighbor. She's kind of my neighbor. I can't wait to be able to meet you. Yeah, she does these really cool water bottles and then custom wood burning. Always, like, I try to shout out, for me, I love to shout out handmade. Um, I actually was doing some wood carving. I told you guys I was making that stand. Look at all the shows. Yeah. Hey, Faye West, how you doing? And I believe, is it Faye West that's on custom wood burning today? They're gonna do an interview. Am I correct? Or is that next week? Or is it a secret? I missed it. Oh my gosh. I did she multicast that to YouTube? Damn. I wanted to see that. I was so busy yesterday. I was in Leslie's show and then I had to go do the things. Not sure. I hope she did. Let me look. Let me look. I hope she multicasted that. But then again, I'm not sure she multicast all of her. No, it's not there. Because I was just watching her this morning on YouTube. What up, Bree? How you doing? So merch, okay. Simply Smarter Shopping is doing merch on Friday. So Friday is June 12th. Thank you. And it is the 2% day. So Whatnot's commission is 8% all the time, right? So on Friday, June 12th, they said, you know what? It's going to be 2%. So if I were you, I would have a show. And it starts, I believe it starts like the regular thing, you know, 12:01 a.m. till, for 24 hours. And it is in the app if you want to get details. I think it's in the seller hub. It's not. You probably got an email. Darn, you did it yesterday. Well, that's what happens. Yeah, Leslie rated into that. You intend on, there you go. Just go live and do the things. 2% is great. Saves us 6% in commission. Yeah, I don't know where I saw it. It was in the seller hub, but maybe it just updated. I don't know. iOS just came out with a new update yesterday. I'm not going to update to it yet. It's on home on the seller hub, right? Let me see. Would you say it was on? It's on home on the seller. Okay, let me see. I saw it's not in my thing at all now. Maybe it's yeah, it's not on there. Anyway, the 12th. I got an email. I also had it in the seller hub and on maybe Picker Adam. Yeah. I you guys scheduled show. I have a show scheduled. So I'm gonna start this challenge. I'll talk about it a little bit. And then we'll raid out. Maybe we can raid out to Mickey. She's doing a yeah, she's doing a chat show. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Yeah, do it within after in the same day. Oh, that's great. Then they get the shipping. Let me see who's doing. Okay. Yeah, that's smart too. Can we do June 12th and pause shows to keep shipping cheaper for buyers? Yeah, you can. You can actually end your show. Sometimes if you rate, it doesn't work. Sometimes it does. I recommend, here's the thing. When that show ends, here's what you have to keep in mind. And you want to say you want to pause the show, like end the show, reschedule it, and do a show like that same day, a couple hours later, that's fine. Now, if you do a show and it's in the evening and you want to resume it in the morning, understand you have to ship within 2 business days. So if you don't ship in 2 business days, you'll have late shipping. So keep that in mind. It's always best to at least do that show like If it's in the morning, take a break for a couple hours and come back later that night or come back the following morning, but you still got to ship that stuff. So I wouldn't pause more than a couple of days. Yeah, because when that show ends, the clock is still ticking on your items in that show. You don't get a break because you paused your show. Your ship time still counts against you. Actually, the clock starts when the item sells. Okay? The clock starts when the item sells. It used to be when your show ended, you had 2 days or up to 48 hours to ship that item. Now, if you have a show on a Friday and you pause it to do it on a Saturday, the weekends don't count, but you would still have to ship everything by Monday morning, Monday afternoon. You will get, you may get, as you grow and sell and learn, you'll learn like how the shipping actually works in the clock. But yeah, you can pause it if you want. I personally, as soon as I sell some, it has to ship. I do not want to. I've done those shows. Some people do the max shipping. If you're new and you're not sure, some people can't even offer reduced shipping until they've sold X amount of items. And there's no number they've said. They Whatnot decides. Well, I can't worry about what other people do. I worry about what I do. And you will read people's reviews like took 2 weeks to get it. I don't care how much volume you're doing, it should not take 2 weeks to get the item. Now, if you've delivered it and it's gotten scanned in post office, like that's protecting your ship time. Okay. Yeah, I look at that too as a buyer. Most buyers care about ship time, absolutely. And I hate that people have that experience, but you know, it doesn't matter. If you got to ship within 2 days, it should be scanned at the post office. And then once it's shipped in post office, sometimes it does take longer, but that's not on the seller, that 48 hours. That's on the post office. And sometimes, most of the time, it's not in our control. I mean, 100% not in our control. Our control is to get it to the post office, get it scanned, scan it in the Whatnot app first, because that will help protect your time. That's not a, that's not a meaning that don't scan at the post office. Scan it with the Whatnot app. That shows what the box or envelope or package look like. In case you ship a big box and then they say, I only got this dinky one, it's missing half my stuff. And Whatnot's going to investigate that and go, did they scan the label on the box? We need to see the whole box. Yeah, no, they didn't ship it like that. They shipped a full size box. But because we're going to be handling our customer service, that's something that we can, be in charge of that. Oh, you were retired USPS. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes the post office may not scan. Yeah, and it depends what post office you have, right? Sometimes they won't scan if you have a ton of, but their job is to scan the packages. So if they don't, you have a lot of them, you need to go to their manager. And some rural places will not. If you have like 200, they're going to be like, bring in the scan sheet. The scan sheet doesn't guarantee a scan or delivery. So if you take 100 packages on that scan sheet and they don't scan but that sheet, and 99 of those packages get delivered, but one's not scanned through the system, you're going to have to pay that buyer back. So you choose what you want to do. I don't use the scan sheet. I have used it before without any issues. I've had stuff, I scan it with the Whatnot app every time. I think once I forgot, but it still ended up. Here's why is when I scan it with the Whatnot app, it lets Whatnot know what the package looks like, that my background might be the post office, it might be me going out the door with it, but it's saying to Whatnot, hey, I'm taking it to the post office right now. Right? I don't cheat the system and take a picture of just the label and be like, yeah, no, I haven't packed it yet. I'm just going to scan and cheat. No, I don't do that. So then I take it usually right after that, or I'll scan it at night, take it in the morning, but 99.9% of the time I scan it right before I go to the post office. Yeah, hold it up against a wall. Don't have it near your family pictures. You can't retake the picture. Okay. So if you have it with your feet showing, you know, I mean, whatever, or your pants. Yeah. So I always scan it. I don't scan anything around. I have like a dark gray wall. Whatever size of boxes, I'm holding it up to that box and that wall, and I take a pic. And then as soon as I pick the first one in the scan tool feature, it will tell you in the seller hub, oh, you have 4 packages to ship. And then in the app, it has a scan feature. And then I just scan them all before, and it says to whatnot, 10 a.m. de-archivist took, and this is where it helps. Sometimes I'll take those pictures at the post office while I'm there. So you'll see the post office in the background. And I'll take the picture and it'll say, okay, 10 a.m. this was scanned. And then at 12 o'clock, I took it to the post office. But they didn't scan it for a day and a half because this happens all the time. If I didn't get a counter scan and I leave it at the counter and they take it and scan it all the time for me, sometimes I'll just scan it right there because they have their little scan machines. They used to let us scan. They don't do that anymore, which is smart because there are people with bad intentions that will just scan it and then take the package with them, or someone else picks up the package. But I take it, they scan it like that for me now, and then I leave. But if I didn't and I just got dropped in like a bin in the back, if I dropped it off at 12 o'clock on a Thursday, they might not scan it till Saturday night when it's moving through their system to the next area after the regional. It happens all the time. Guess whose shipping they're going to go after if you don't scan it in the whatnot app? It's gonna ding you. It's gonna ding you. It's gonna make that package late. So your ship time might be 3 days now because it's an average. Just for that one package, it might be late. Your local post office, make friends with the postal carriers. The post office has lost. They've lost 2 of your packages. Yeah, so you're waiting from yesterday. Yeah, they take a day and a half because you guys, guess what? Want to know another secret today? We're not the only packages going to the post office. There's probably 20 million others. They're not able to scan all of them. Some packages, those 4x4x4 boxes, those are the worst. Post office hates those boxes because when they go through for their machine, they topple over and they don't get a scan almost all the time. It's those big ones. And when you're going to put them in there, put them with the label facing up. Yeah. Yeah. So, and the thing is, with a lost package, when it's really lost, like it doesn't get tracked, did you know you could go to the post office, take the tracking number with you? If it shows the scan, they received it, and then a week or two later, you don't know what's going on, even a week, go ask for an advanced scan. They have to run it on their computer, and like online, they don't show all the scans. I've gotten a couple advanced scans where they've gotten misdelivered for whatever reason. And then the advanced scan will have like 4 pages of scans. They scan it every stop of the way and then some. Okay, so the post office isn't really always losing our packages. That scan, that scan that you get really holds them accountable, knowing that it was received. That is super important. What's up, Brick and Mortal? How are you? So, don't stress out. Know that you're not the only one taking boxes, but it is important to get that scan, especially if you're just starting out. You want to get paid, right? You want to get paid for that item being delivered. So if you just drop it off and it doesn't get scanned, and then finally it gets a scan 2.5 weeks later and they get it, you probably have late shipping, but you will get paid way later than it should be. Um, I don't know. Every now and then something happens. Like I've had packages that I ship out. I've been doing this for a long time, like 99, 2000. It's so weird. Like the handful, like for me as a business owner, the percentage of items that have been damaged or lost is so minimal that I don't even think about it. Like I care, but I also can't worry about it. That's just kind of like a cost of doing business, right? But I always want to make sure my buyer knows, like, hey, I want to let you know your item. Sometimes people, when I go to reach out to them, they reach out to me. Like I had somebody that sells jewelry on here buy a bunch of like blind box stuff for her kid. And she lives really local to me. And we couldn't figure out why she didn't get it. And then the next day, the tracking, I was messaging her to say, hey, I noticed your package went to New York. What is it going to New York for? Like, it's bizarre. And luckily, she was like, hey, thanks for reaching out, because I was reaching out to you and there was a message. And I said, I think I had another box that went to New York and it got missorted with that. I don't know how, but it did eventually get to her, but it was late. It was not my fault. The post office missorted it. I noticed that recently, like 4 or 5 packages it happened to. But on all that time, it's not even a fraction of a percent. Yeah, and someone said in the red, like, thousands a week go out and less than 2 a week come back for an odd reason. Yeah, it's sometimes weird. I see stuff on like some of the Facebook groups where they've sold PWE and they get a ton of them back, right? Yeah, air mistakes happen, you know. A lot of times they're using, I think it's APV machine, which basically is new technology for the post office. Not all post offices have them, but a lot of the more populated areas have them where they're producing massive volume, and the machine is able to weigh it, tell how big it is, but they only you know what? There's a press release I put on my website, darchivist.com, with explaining about how the post office actually searches and opens packages and how they catch the weight. And there's times when your item is correct and they make a mistake. And then they're like, oh no, this thing's 12 pounds, but it really is 12 ounces. They make mistakes too, right? Nothing is perfect. You can challenge those too. Even more important, it's not wait until the last minute to ship. If you can help it, give yourself a cushion for errors. Thank you. Thank you, gorgeous George. It's true. It's true. Um, Same with USP. Yeah, it's the same for every delivery service. The U.S. Post Office, Corporate Goth says, and we deliver Amazon. Yeah, they deliver Amazon packages. Is that 7 days a week or is it only on Sundays? Saturdays and Sundays, I think, because they have their trucks. I know I used to have Amazon and I know their service to me, I feel like more people have it and it sucks now. Sorry. They don't deliver in like their allotted time frame on a lot of items. So I just backed off from buying that. I buy what I need. If I really, really need it, I will get it there. But most of the time it's like, do I really need it? Nobody is perfect. That's right. Yeah, and Whatnot, did you guys know that Whatnot just updated? If you go into shipping on the seller hub, okay, this thing, I'm not going to get into shipping because I've done multiple shipping shows. If you want to watch them, they're on YouTube. Just go to D_archivist and there's tons. So if you need to make a label, don't run and print it on your phone because you can't make any adjustments to the package on the phone. But now on Whatnot, they've actually updated like last few days, I think. Yeah. So it always was done in ounces. And now it has a default package dimension. So if I, for example, sold a couple of the PWE stickers, I have a Insomniac Club sticker, right? It's running on flash sale. That item and any item in my buy now allows you to watch this stream on Whatnot for up to 60 days, right? And so if you purchase anything in someone's buy now, you can watch a replay of their stream. Okay, automatically it's in your video receipts, but you can watch the whole thing. And one day they'll change it where you can't watch the whole thing. You'll only be able to watch, 40 seconds to a minute of that purchase. But for now, we can still watch the whole thing. In here, you have a defaulted dimension for the package. So a PWE will be 11 inches by 6 inches by 1/4 inch. That's the maximum size. I will change mine to 4 by 6 because that's the size envelope it goes in. And yes, you should change the envelope size. Now below it, it has package weight. And it used to be metric, so it was only actually they have metric. It wasn't, it was just in ounces, but now they have an imperial, which allows us to have pounds and ounces. So when you're editing those box dimensions and the weight, pay attention. Okay, so if your scale's set to be on pounds and ounces, then put it on pounds and ounces. It doesn't count in as adjustment if it's in the right. So if they bought, for example, if they bought 1 pound worth of stuff and paid $9.21, you can edit up to 5 pounds. Thank you for the raid, JC. I appreciate you. Welcome in. I hope you had a good show. We're talking briefly about shipping. So one of the new things on desktop, you can edit the box size, which you should. Whatnot wants you to edit it. The post office wants you to edit because if you don't, your buyer's going to pay for it later. And guess what? They're not coming back to your show. They are not. If they have to pay a bunch of money for the package they already paid for, no. So if they bought 1 pound, Pam, you can edit up to 5 pounds. It's not an adjustment because they've already paid for that because of the contracted rate, right? But if I have a 1 ounce PWE and I want to, Pam bought some thrift shop trading cards for me, and I wanted to take it from that 1 ounce and make it like 12 ounces. Sometimes it doesn't charge you, but that's why you should run it actual weight. But if I had something I wanted to give her and I put it over a pound, I would have to pay the difference. That's where I could use an adjustment, right? I could totally use an adjustment there. But it's on the phone unless they've updated it because they're full of surprises. Let me try to do a label on the phone. I'm not showing it because it shows all the buyer's information. But if I go here, it says that I have a few that need a label. So if I go in here, okay, all it says is generate label. I'm not going to do that on the phone. I want to edit the box size and be real careful because now package weight shows pounds and ounces. Okay. With that, before it would be up to 80 ounces, right? So you can make the box label say 5. If I toggle to flat rate, it takes away the weight for the label because it knows it's flat rate, but it already knows your math. So if you put in for an item that's 12 to 15 ounces and they bought 10 of them, it's going to figure out on, and you decide to do a flat rate box, it already knows that you're going close to 70 pounds. If you go over 70, it's going to unbundle it and make it 2 boxes. Does that make sense to you guys? Yeah, so it won't count as an adjustment unless you need to go from under a pound to over a pound. Oh, okay. Depends on the region. Some still go through USPS during the week, but Sunday deliveries are exclusively USPS. Yeah, so I like that they made that change. I love that they made that change actually. OGR, I'm not going to go back over handmade. I was just promoting Simply Smarter shopping. Yeah. And that I love handmade. I try to promote handmade. GR is another handmade. Put your emoji GR. Follow GR Carter Designs. Can we talk about paid promotion for a minute? I would like to get your thoughts. Do it if, look, I will talk about it. Yeah, so paid promotion, how so? Where, what paid promotion? That's what I want to know. Paid promotion through Whatnot for your show, paid promotion through sponsored giveaways. There's a lot of paid promotion that people can do on the app. Correct, Simply Smarter. You've been able to do that since I started. You've been able to toggle that little thing on. Um, yeah, but paid to who, Barb? Yeah, that's the question. You mean through Whatnot, through the app? I'm not going to say don't do it because it may work for you. I'm going to say I did it and it didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. I did it 15 to 25 times, and you only want to promote a show you're selling in, number one. But I got like 2 buyers out of it through the links. So it didn't really work for me. Did I get a lot of followers? I don't really know. I don't really know. So, I mean, the only thing is if you're going into a new category or something and you want to try it out, I would have your show for 2 weeks first without promoting. Okay. And I would have it the same time in that category, whether it's the same category or what. And I would be consistent with the time. So if you went 10 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I would do that for 2 to 3 weeks first. Then, and run auctions all the time. Don't ask people what they want. Run the auction all the time. Have your inventory ready, have it preloaded. Then I would try it out. Yeah, and figure it out. You build up a little bit in the algorithm, in my opinion. Sometimes you can just go do it, have some kind of following, and have no following and do it, and it works. But it depends on so many things. Like there's no perfect answer. There really isn't. Everybody tries different things. Now some sellers do the promote and they've got a ton of people in their stream, and of course everybody's like, "Oh, I want that." You don't know their backstory. They started on here with nothing. Maybe they have a YouTube with like 1 million followers and 1,000 of them or 500 of them are in their show. You don't know. They're doing nonstop giveaways. That could be the other reason why they have a lot of people in their room. They're not necessarily there to buy. They're there to win the free iPad they're giving away, which the iPad is probably 10 years old. Okay. And remember I talked about my friend winning an iPad a couple weeks ago? She finally got the iPad. It was refurbished. They never claimed that it was a new one. But I don't even know if it worked with the Whatnot app. I don't think it does. Yeah, it's like an iPad 6. They're now on what, iPad 14? I don't even know. Um, yeah, so you can run a test on the promote. I Yeah, use the credit and do it. Heck yeah. Yeah, I've gotten a couple of boosts. Like one time, and you can't boost a chat show anymore. Heighten Normal Designs. What's up? Thank you for the raid, Mickey. Thank you. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you had a really great show, friend. I saw you were doing a chat show. We are gonna actually raid you, but then kept talking. Okay. Thank you for the raid. Feel free to promote yourself. Yeah, so that's just my opinion. I'm not gonna say don't do it. Do it and see if it works. I've had people boost my chat shows when I'm not selling. And that was nice, but I don't think a lot of buyers who do that understand that the boost, all that money goes to Whatnot. All of it goes to Whatnot. None of it goes to the seller. It boosts the show to other people who may not know about the show. So you can't boost a chat show anymore. So in the boost button on the app, if you click it, it opens up a window. At the top is boost. That's like you promoting their show for 15 minutes for whatever amount it has. When people do like a $5 like tip or whatever in that boost and they need 35, they have to get that many boost tips, I'll call it, up to the amount for that promotion to happen. For some people, that could take 2 or 3 weeks because they don't have enough of those kinds of boost. And then right below it'll say tip. So in a community show, the boost is off, the tip is on. If you like the seller and you want to tip them, right, you can tip them in that. Whatnot can't have it say tip on the main page. They used to. And it has to do with the app stores. The app stores are like, you know what? No, we can't have that. So that's why boost and tip are buried in together. So understand that. And then the seller, pick around them just like that. And then I activate Danny D. It's payday. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate you. Let's see. Can you explain? Okay, so Lisa, the promote, thank you, Picker Adam. I appreciate it. The promote option will boost your show, and what will happen is it will boost it for that period of time. So you can boost for a 15-minute segment, say it's $20. You're only going to get so many people like in a boost for that actual show. So if I want to promote, I can't promote this show because chat shows I don't think you could promote. Right? Maybe it'll let me. Community Boost is not available, but I can promote this stream. So for example, I can run a 15-minute boost for $20. Okay. It will give me impressions, okay, on the app. So an impression is when people see your thumbnail. So for $20, for 15 minutes, right? For 15 to $25, I can have 300 to 500 people see my thumbnail. I'll be honest. If I did that and paid for that, right? Sup, Brie? How you doing? How you doing? 300 to 500, you'll be lucky if 1% comes into that show. Okay? Depending what your thumbnail looks like. They're going to see your thumbnail and see some AI slop and not know what you're selling. It's just going to have your face. It doesn't look like you. They're probably not going to come in. But maybe if you have a picture of a bunch of box with some vintage decor, some baseball cards, or whatever, the actual product, they might click into it. You might get 20% in there. And I am saying this because I've seen some other people's numbers and I've seen some of their thumbnails. They've shared it with me. Yeah. And so you can do that. But what it does is puts puts your thumbnail on their feed. 300 to 500 people, I think it's random, right? I don't really know how Whatnot does it, but it's just an impression. They're not actually clicking through to your show. That kind of analytic you would get from Whatnot, okay? You would get that in your analytics, which you can view them on the app. You can view them on the desktop. If I go to analytics right now, and I go to promote tools. I like it on desktop, to be honest. And it has the last 30 days because they changed it. I can also look at the last 12 months of it. So I did it as a test, and while I was running items. Can I go? I promoted the full show, right? And I have gotten a community boost before. So out of that, I got 1,060. Carnivore Riri, hello. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate you. How am I saying your name? Carnivore Amy. Carnivore Amy. You meat eater, you. It's so small, it's hard to see it. Thank you so much for the tip. That was so nice of you. Thank you, thank you. You get a little Danny D in the morning. How about that? We're talking about promote. I know it's so fun. Everybody loves it. Thank you, thank you. I need some I need some meat. 1,060. So for 3 paid promotions, it was 1,060 impressions, which means it came across that many people's. That's a lot, right? And viewers from promotions, meaning they clicked into it, was 307. So 307 people out of the 1,060 came into my show. 54 of those people stayed and watched, which is 12.5% sustained watch rate. It is actually a good click-through rate. I don't think I could see all of them. I was trying to get longer than 12 months, but I don't think it lets you. Yeah, it only lets me go back to June 8th, 2025 to today. Let me see. Oh, maybe it will let me go back to, I think I started doing it in December. Let's just see if it lets me. No, it doesn't. It only makes you stay on the calendar year. Yeah, so it wasn't terrible, but I got $2 in sales. $2 in sales. Now, did I get people that came back? Did I get people that came back? Probably, but that statistic, that number is not going to be in this. Now, my sales, my promotion spin was $44.25. It was free to me, actually. Some of it I paid for, actually. I don't know. No, that was what I spent. Whatnot gave me money, uh, free promotional tools. As a community host, they used to give us like $50 to test it, maybe even more. Or somebody referred, I'd get it. Yeah, so the CTR, the click through rate, that's what CTR stands for, is actually not terrible. 1,300. Now on some of them, let me see. I don't know if how many I actually have. Oh, because I did more in 24 than I did in 25. Let me see, but I haven't done any in a while. Um, Promoted shows. Let me click in there. Oh, this is the whole list. Okay. So there was one I did. That's the one I got $2. So my return on ad spend was 10%. I earned 10% back. So for me, that one was okay for the click-through rate. But that means that I would like it to add like, oh, it does show the followers. So one of them I got, because you can see your followers on promoted shows. They can't, it's old. So it's too old to like see. I was trying to break it down on the promoted shows that I did, because I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I did more than 13, but it's showing 13. So I got 1, 2, 7, 10, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I got 24 followers. Yeah, 59. Is that what your return is? I see your red comment. I did already comment on it. I don't want to go over it again. I'm sorry, but I'll send you a message. I'll send you a message. All right, I'll say it again. It's fine. What's up? What's up, Rosman? How you doing? Yeah, I said I'm not going to be having. I'll just say it now. I already went over it. I'm not going to be having the meetup, the Cali meetup this year. It's going to get at a later date in next year. Yeah, too many things. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. lilac bloom and iron agreement. So we're gonna let you guys know because I don't want it to conflict with anybody's date. Yeah. So we're talking about promotions, and we're gonna, like I said, be wrapping it up shortly here. Thank you. But hopefully I'll meet you at the other ones. How long is a coupon code good for? You get to choose. You get to choose. So if you go, I have a coupon code. I love junk. It's good forever. I'm never gonna expire it. I love junk. Of course, it has requirements, but go add it to your wallet. Go shopping. But it works in all of my shows. Yeah. Um, it doesn't expire. I love junk. I do love junk. You can assign it to shows when you create the coupon. I also have another video on YouTube under D_archivist. It's Seller Hub. It's marketing. It's everything marketing related. That's right. Buy junk, sell treasures. So the marketing tab has, obviously it has how to become a Whatnot affiliate. I'm a Whatnot affiliate. It hasn't made me that much money, but you can do it if you're on social media and you can put your links in. Like the other day, somebody bought something and I got paid for it. And so I get paid like every 3 months or something. So I was like, oh, what the hell did they buy? It was kind of a lot. Promote tools and coupons. So I did do a video explaining all of this on YouTube. So currently I need to do a new coupon video because they have changed the way it looks. When you create a coupon, okay, you pick your audience. So it could be for everybody, new buyers to you, new buyers to Whatnot. You can select that. You type in a coupon code, keep it short as possible and simple. And then you can do fixed amount or percentage. So if you did a percentage, right? You can choose like what percent, what's the maximum discount and the minimum discount. I kind of do fixed. So I could make one right now for new buyers to me. Okay. And then I can make a coupon code right now. Okay. And I could do $1 off. All right, I'll do one right now. Oh wait, I think I have that coupon. Yeah, NBD. I think it has to be like 3 letters. New buyer D. Oh, it must be 4 characters. Okay, fine. I think I have it. So NB20. Yeah, you do a coupon code every packing slip and collect 10 business cards, get a free flip in my stream. What's a flip? So the option when you go into the next screen is enable coupon for all upcoming shows, or you can select what shows you want it to. So I made that coupon for this stream right now. And that coupon will be $1 off any $5 purchase. Okay. Here's the coupon code right now, but you have to be a new buyer to me. Right? Some people like that. I made it for just this show. After the show, it's expired unless I go back in and edit the coupon and turn it on to all my shows. Right? You can do that. So you can't do wheels on Whatnot anymore. It's banned. You're absolutely not allowed to do that. So just so you know. And I would refer you to the terms of service to go read on that. Yeah. Yeah. According to Whatnot, that wheels were banned. The Whatnot wheel is gone. It's off the app. Yeah, they took it out. The Whatnot wheel has been gone for a while now. You have one still? You haven't updated the app. Yeah, you can't use that anymore. They took it away. Let's see. Is my randomizer? Yeah, randomizer's gone. Yeah, I would not use that anymore. Just FYI. But you probably haven't updated the app in probably 3 to 4 versions, but you want to update it. They've removed it. They've actually banned us using any kind of yeah, do surprise sets. That's what they allow for now. Yeah, so your own external wheel, you can't do that. Oh, you do surprise sets. Yeah. Eventually, Whatnot will be in that stream and they'll deal with it. There's wheels are not allowed because it is I forget what the language is that they use. Yeah. So basically the wheel is If you had a show and you said, okay, everybody that makes a purchase is going to get to spin the wheel for a free, yeah, deck of cards, right? So everybody gets to spin the wheel if you make a purchase. So it is it's a purchase based prize. It's kind of like gambling. Not allowed to do that anymore. Now there's alternative methods. You can go figure out what those alternative methods are. You can go ask Whatnot for examples of alternative methods. Yeah, you can't do those kinds of things. Surprise sets, you have to load the items. They have to be shown on camera the entire stream. They have to be all similar. So if you're doing packs of Pokemon cards, okay, you can't do like, 1 through 5 is Pokemon pack unopened. And then number 6 through 10 is a single Pokemon. You cannot do that. If you're doing Funko Pops, they all have to be like similar, like the same size and weight. So you could do that. But you can't do like 9 Funko Pops and then have 4 of them that are like a pack of 4 minis. Cannot do that. That is against the terms. Like the people that were doing Labubus, and they were running the big giant Labubus, and it was all with surprise sets, and then the little ones. You can't do that. Because that big Labubu might weigh 5 or 6 pounds, and that tiny one might weigh, 12 to 15 ounces, maybe a pound if it's packed. Yeah. Gambling is wrong unless you're a billionaire with a casino. Stop it. Yeah. So that's the rules with surprise sets. It's very particular. You cannot promote those shows. They are not coming up in the algorithm. They are not favored on Whatnot. Okay. So when you are doing a surprise set, you have to set it up properly. Surprise set is like, say I have Disney Doorables. They're all those little vinyl figures, right? And basically I have 12. They're numbered. I actually have to put in there number 1. I'm just going to make some stuff up right now. Disney Doorables Nemo. Okay. And then I'm going to put new 2-inch vinyl figure. I have to put that. I can't put random. Random will get you banned. Okay. People did coins, and you have to put what the item is 100%. So if I went through the list and I had 3 of those, okay, 3 of those number 1s were all Nemos. I just put number 1 and I have 3. Okay. And then I do the next one, Mickey Mouse, Magician, Fantasia, whatever. New or pre-loved or whatever, but I have to put the condition, what it is exactly. Okay. Maybe I'll put Nemo, Disney Doorables, Little Mermaid, vinyl figure, and then in the other comments is new. So when it spins on the wheel, after I have the different 12, maybe I have 65 of them in there, they all have to be about the same weight. Okay. Because you're putting one type of item in. And say I get to the number 12 and I'm like, oh, I'm going to put one of my Biddy Pops in there. I can't mix and match product. Okay. So you guys get that. Because there are people that just play it wrong. There's people that do the surprise sets and they do like, this is definitely against the rules. They do all the Loungefly backpacks, and then they have 10 of those. And then they have 90 cheap dollar store little mini backpacks. Can't do that. Okay. What's up, Sam Dog? So go to help.whatnot.com and type in surprise sets. Follow those rules. And there's another little trick with the surprise sets that people don't know. If I'm having a surprise sets and my sister comes to my show and she bids, that's forbidden. That is against the rules. No family members are allowed to bid on your items. So that is actually in the terms. So go read it. So, you have to, you know, those kind of shows, if you do, I do them sometimes. I'm probably due for another surprise sets. I kind of like those. I'll put, and I have an overhead camera that'll be here, and I usually switch it so my screen will be at the top so you can see what you're bidding on. And then it randomly pulls a wheel that goes around, right? It's in a circle wheel. It's just like a trigger, just like the giveaway wheel. Okay. And then what happens is it will pick randomly one of those 12 items. Okay. And then we'll show it. You'll see it on camera already. You'll know what you're getting. And it might stay on camera because I have 3 of them. And I might say, this one's coming to you, dear archivist. You get this. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And then people see how fun it is, right? And obviously there's some sellers that like, but it has to be shown on camera 100% of the time. It can't be something you have off camera. It can't say random. It can't say mystery or surprise socks. You're just failing all of us who are doing the right thing. You're failing and you're cheating, and people will report you and you will get in trouble. I see people all the time doing it. Um, yeah, and it's not rigged or anything. It's just automated. It's just like a giveaway. Nobody knows who's going to win a giveaway. It seems like the same people win 3, 4 times a row. It's just the wheel. The wheel is spun that way. But in the surprise sets, always on camera, you always have to put what the brand is, what the condition is, and never ever use the word random or mystery in a surprise set. Period. Don't do it. Don't do it. I went to a girl show and she had a board with numbers on it. You can't do that either. I had my mystery mailbox thing. I wanted to do it with surprise hits. Can't. No mystery is allowed. It has to be shown on camera, the actual product. Now, can you have a bunch of boxes open with numbers on the side to pull it out of the box? Absolutely. You just have to show the item. Go read the rules yourself. That's all I want to say on it. Yeah. But sometimes, because there's laws that have to be followed for that, state laws, gambling, and they don't want it to be misconstrued as gambling. So, it's your business. Run it by the rules, or you're gonna eventually it'll catch up with you and you'll be gone. And believe me, I've seen tons of people not follow the rules and they're gone. There's a zero tolerance at whatnot for that. That I know because I've seen it. And yeah, some people are still doing it. They do get caught. But if you see it, and not go look for it, but if you see it, you did too. Yeah, Rainbow. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Like some people you can't do the drawer at all. The drawers are not at all. I used to do the drawers. I have them behind me. They were a lot of fun. And guess what? Anything that is mystery, a drawer would be considered a mystery, cannot do it. And it's because many people would misuse that fun auction styled like game, right? Just not allowed. Yeah. I miss the drawers. The drawers were fun. Now, if you had the drawers like a box and they were open and people could see what they're getting, probably could do that. Okay. Um, yeah, it's fun. But there's also rules that people like take advantage of it. Sellers benefit. But if you had like 6 little drawers out and you had your overhead camera with the drawers showing and they were numbered, you could still do that. Yeah, it was so much fun. My drawers were great. I had them here. There was just 9 of them. But sometimes they had little tchotchke minis, marbles, dice, little dishes, just fun little things. Some jewelry, some photos, some weird little creeps in there. And then the mailboxes is fun. What's up, cat? And so people would pick the number. They would win and pick the number, right? And then sometimes I would even ante it up a little bit. I'd go, you know what? I think I know what number. Don't put the winner of it. Congrats. Don't pick what number it is. Let me write down on a piece of paper what number I think you're going to pick. And I would write down the number, fold the paper, put it on my record player, and go, okay, if you pick the right number that matches my paper, at the end, I'll reveal it. And I'm going to throw in something extra. And I always did that. It was so much fun. And guess what? A lot of times I was dead on. I knew what number people would pick, and they'd be like, Dee, how do you do that? I'm psychic. There's only 9 to pick from. It's luck, maybe, right? But it's not. But there's a lot of times I didn't, get it. This is what it is. Mystery giveies are not allowed. You have to say what the givey is and show a picture of it. That's been the policy on every auction. Yep. You have to show it. You can't say, hey, buy this item right here. It's a mystery, whatever I decide and feel like sending you. You can't do that. Also, what are you selling that's going to make somebody bid? I don't know about any of you, but if I can't see what the item is, I'm not bidding on it. Here's a, every purchase you make, if they run a giveaway, you can get entered. If it's a buyer's giveaway, everybody can enter it. If a non-buyer wins it, get over it, accept it. It's the rules. It's not a whatnot rule. It's like a law. Yeah. The mailboxes was so much fun. They've never been that way. That's the thing. People don't read the rules. They go to a show and they see someone doing it and they copy them. You have to write. You can't write free 99. You can't write mystery, surprise, giving number 5, giving number 6, give. Come on, guys. Do better. And the other thing is, if you put what the giveaway is, you're probably going to avoid the negative feedback. The negative feedback. You will get bad feedback. And if you're mad and you block them, that's your fault. That's your fault. My giveaways always have a picture of what the item is, and the description matches the picture. Yeah, PJ can't do those. You can't do the give wheel, but do it on your own risk. It's none of my business, but I will say that you could get a warning and you could get suspension for it. I don't make the rules. That's Whatnot's policy. Go read it. I'm very direct about it. Yeah. It kind of, as a seller, I think it's terrible when people don't read and then they go on and then they're crying that they got a warning. They know what they're doing. Everybody knows. We know what we're doing here. Yeah. It is paper bags. Yeah, that's a mystery. We used to have these fun auctions. We could do mystery. It was awesome. Okay. And they just changed it. And it's okay to put paper bags, put items in paper bags after you've sold what the item is. Okay. You sell it, use a paper bag, put number 5, or you put de-archivist and then you set it aside, right? Yeah. I try to show you guys the real, no, it's not about raid trains. Um, it's, but speaking of raid trains, I'm going to promote something right now. Pokemon has fancy paper bag. This chat show has been going on almost 2 hours, so we're going to end it. But I'm going to tell you guys, PJ, I saw your message. Then it looks like you can unless it's protected or endangered. Picker Adam, you're in trouble. I wanted to tell you guys about an app my friend has created. It's amazing. It's free for everybody. It is our good friend ThriftWorks. Okay. If you've bought any of the thrift shop trading cards, okay, raidtrain.app, go check it out. It's free. It's pretty awesome. So if you've been buying the Bev it up. If you've been buying the thrift shop trading cards, which I have a few, I have 4 of them, and you can track who has a card. If you have the cards, you can track it to see how many you have, and then there's like a leaderboard on there to show. But there's also on the Raid Train app, there is actually, my bad. It's on Thrift Shop cards, but Raid Train app is all the raid trains who wanted to. So far there's 1,027 riders and there's 172 conductors. You can go on there. There's 68 future raid trains. Go make an account. 100% free. It'll show you there's a arts and handcrafted raid train. There's a smart ass challenge raid train. I should go on that one. Fill a box frenzy. Fridge raiders. Well, I'm not here to promote yours because I don't know yours at all, but I'm promoting somebody that I know that's been on Whatnot. You have one too? Yeah. Are you a seller on Whatnot or you're only selling like a service? Is it a membership? I'm curious. Yeah. So for me, it was super easy to use as a end user, and you can download it. Fill a box frenzy, but there's all these trains, and if there's spots on the trains, oh, okay. So you're not a seller. You're selling your software. I know, Picker Adam. Have you downloaded Picker Adam? You want to do a raid train? Do a silver one. The hard thing about raid train is, I know. The hard thing about raid trains is There's so many of them, right? And the best thing to do is have a show and promote your raid train in your show, right? 100%. But there's so many raid trains on here. There's like 9 pages of raid trains. I actually just signed up for one, but if you become a member for free, you can go on. This is what community is. Community is somebody in our community here created the thrift shop trading cards. Okay, that's a whole other website where you could track, you could see who has a card, you can even see what the card looks like. Except my secret one. Okay? My secret one you can't. No, because it's coming out in after 1,000 shows. Um I know. It's raytrain.app, and then there's thrift shop cards, or ask, what is the website? Thank you, Kimmy D. Yeah. So thrift shop cards is where you can yeah, so you can go and you could create a list. I love the leaderboard. Anyway, if you become a member of the raytrainapp.com, and actually you guys, want to hear a little secret? I better not. I better not. Right below at the bottom of raytrainapp.com is a link to thrift shop whatnot seller official #1 top tier thrift shop trading cards. Okay, I am a tease. I heard a rumor that whatnot loves. Actually, I met the CEO. I introduced the thrift shop trading card to him, the one that's made of him. He freaking loved it. Approved by the founder. They like the Raid Train app. So I see it in the future that there's going to be some kind of collab, and I'm here for it. I am absolutely here. Don't tell anybody. Anyway, you can click on it. It'll take you to the website. Now, on the Thrift Shop Cards website, you can order cards. It takes you to a link to the Whatnot show. It takes you, yeah, tell everybody. Share Darren shows. He's my friend. I met him on the app like in the very beginning. That's why I have card number 5. Okay. And I remember talking to him about it. And I'm like, this is actually really cool. I really like this. And let's do it. Let's make a card. He made Hodge a card, and it was like so exciting. So I'm card 5. I'm also card 55. But my card number from here on out will be card 5. So that's like OG, right? Look at you guys with cards. Put your number on it. You guys go check him out. So he has a link to news and updates, Instagram, YouTube. He also multicasts to YouTube. And then the Raid Train link, my collection. If I click on my collection, I haven't even entered half a fraction of my cards. Leslie's 58, Frugal Couture. But you can check off a list of what cards you have. And so I've only put in 157 cards. I'm missing 712 cards. I have 29 on my wish list. I'm not collecting everybody's. Penny's Deals, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, friend. They are so fun. They are so fun. Yeah, so I hadn't entered really everything. Penny, I hope you had a great show. Feel free to promote yourself right now. Thank you, thank you. Faye West, I know there's a few people I still need to get, but I haven't like put in their names because I was going on a while there and I'd buy like 20 a week, and then I was like, it's a lot of money sometimes, and I'm like, you know what, that's not my focus right now. So when I'd have shows tips, I'd put that. So all my tips I save now from a few months ago into like an account, and then I turn around and I buy cards for my friends to support other subs. And I try to get them all. I will try to collect them all. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going for #1 on the leaderboard. I will tell you already. Retro Lucky Ducks is #1, or Bro Sherry. They're right there. Retro Lucky Ducks has 423 cards. She has some cards that I don't have. Bye. Um, KJ Wise has like 245. Bro Sherry has 208. The Archivist has 159. A Reworker's Passion has 130. And it goes on because people are just going, whoa, this is fun. It's like a game. And of course, the creator, Thrift Shop Cards, has 647 because he's collecting as well. I think that George's Fine should be up there. You're number 11. You have a lot too. Purple Turtle Hobbies has 97. Happy Tiki 98. Natural State of High. She sent me one of her other cards. Half my 130 are mine. What am I running today? Oh, sorry, I just saw it. It just kind of populated. Yeah. This is a chat show. Welcome in. My buy now is always open, and yeah, this is a chat show. So we're not actually running any auctions, but sometimes you have to give it time when people are reading chat. I was back in chat, so if you since you're new, you might not know that. Um, yeah, I don't think I checked. I just checked mine off, but I have a whole drawer full, and there's still some I haven't even opened. So I probably should get to it. But that the whole thing about it is promoting a friend who started a micro economy here and whatnot, and that's Thriftworks, who was originally Thriftworks, and I met him. Then he added Thriftworks USA, brought his business to the States. Gorgeous Finds, George, she runs that. George's Finds. I always say Gorgeous Finds. And she runs the auctions, the shipping, it's here. And a lot of his French antiques are a chef's kiss. They're really beautiful. But he created this when the post office and the strikes and all the crazy tariffs, but he figured out a way to make it work. And then this thing just kind of blew up. It blew up, and it blew up in a good way. So it's like people talk about, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and they don't put the action. They don't create an action for their business. And 2 years later, they're sitting in the same spot. So it just takes one thing to create something. It takes a whole community to push it, and it helps people. People buy their card, it's marketing, it's a write-off, and they can produce sales. My first card paid for all my cards because people want to collect them all. And I think my first card, I just found one, or my second card. They're mostly all gone. I have some in the buy it now. And then I have a fourth card coming out, which is going to be a special one. And only a couple of people have seen it. It's to commemorate my 1,000 days on Whatnot. I think it'd be too mature to sell it now because I could say I quit tomorrow. I won't, but yeah, when people start collecting it, but you know what? You don't have to collect everybody's card. There might be some sellers you don't shop from, or you don't know about, or you don't want to buy from, and that's okay. Some people just collect their friends. That's fine. I've collected multiples. I've collected multiples. I don't think you could click on somebody's. Oh, you can. You can click on the person's. Some people have wish lists. So I just clicked on KJY's and it says they're looking for the first round of booster packs. And then below it's a link to contact KJY's to get to say, hey, I got that in my buy it now. So if you have spare cards, you can message like Bro Sherry. I might message Bro Sherry and go, hey Bro Sherry, you want to get to the top of the leaderboard? You don't have 3 of my cards unless you didn't check them off. It's on the wish list, right? So the cards are awesome. They're so much fun. I will be in the June raid train for them. You guys want to bookmark that show. I don't know that I put the graphic up yet, but it is on, I think, June 12th. Let me see. And I will be selling some of my duplicates that you cannot get. Oh, the website's not fully like, there's 869 cards. Is it, or it's July? I think it's July. My bad. No, it's June. No, June 7th, they had one, so it'll be July 7th. Yeah, he sells binders and he's the first one. And I will tell you, because I was a card collector for a really long time, the actual cards, the quality of the print on cards. My background is photography, print, and marketing, design, right? So that quality print is something that Tops or some of those card companies would print that quality of a card. It's not like some Alibaba Temu card. Okay. It's really a nice card. It's well thought out and well designed. And it is a mixture with AI and a Photoshop. Okay. Um, okay, look at all the cards. I do still have to get I have to get I have GR, I think I have your art card. I have to get your other. Simply Smarter. I think I just bought your card. No, not bad at all. Not bad at all. But some of those now are that new intro one where you can buy 50 cards for, I don't know how much it is. You have to go to Darren shows you guys. So go to this guy. Sometimes you'll see me troll him and I'll have the same logo. Oh, it's a fine. But yeah. And there's like a lot of people that do, like, if you're new and you want to get on a raid train, promote yourself. Promote the shit out of yourself. Okay? You can do other people's raid trains, but just remember, they won't want you editing their thumbnail to put your name on it. So you're just promoting them. Okay? Any challenge, those things is all promoting that person. How do you grow and whatnot? You promote yourself. You do a few raid trains to try it out, but know how to sell first. Yeah. I know I still haven't bought a binder. I don't know that I'm going to buy one because I'm going to end up with more cards than the binder fits. I also, as a collector, for as long as I have, I like the 9-page binder. I don't like the little binders. It's 4. I like it a full page. So I have my own special kind of binders. That's just something in me that I like. Now, if he comes out with a 9-page one, I would probably buy it. So maybe I'll make a sticker and put it on the front. 9-page or nothing. You want to know why? Because I have so many cards and books and binders, and then I have them on a shelf. And then if I have these little binders, I got rid of all the little binders. That's just me. Yeah. I'm an OG collector. I just like the other. But the other ones are great for like traveling if you want to get cards signed. So I guess I might buy one. Yeah, they're definitely worth it. And they're good quality. But they're not going to fit all the cards, so you have to buy 2. You have to buy 2. Okay, you guys, last shot. Promote your shows. Let everybody know when your next show is. Don't share it. Don't share it to other people. Just promote yourself right here within the whatnot. And he has a lot of them now. Yeah, you can use any binder you want. If you want to go on brand and then all the cards are in there, I mean, that's pretty cool too. All the friends. Yes, only D. Oh, Picker Adam. That's for you. A hug. Picker Adam's like my brother. There he is. What's up, Darren? How are you doing? What's going on? I just spent, I don't know, I hope you're feeling better. I tagged you. I talked about Raid Train app, how it's amazing. It was super easy to use. And then I talked about thrift shop cards. 5-hour layover? Oh man. I hope you're feeling better. Look at all the shows, you guys. Sometimes I troll Darren in his show. I make my own de-archivist logo that looks like thrift shop. We did it playfully. He's laughing. Oh man, it was so funny. That's why it's good to have the good friends. I will promote all the time. When I've sold them and I promoted them, because I've always loved the idea, and I really had no idea like it would just blow up like crazy. Yeah, I mean, I knew one day there would be a lot of cards, but the door has opened. Darren has a seat at the table with whatnot. He is also a community host. Yeah, pretty soon he'll have a whole room. He'll have a whole room. I know. I was talking about it. You got 3. You got 3. I was just talking about you. So 3 people went on to it. Let's see. Yeah, it was at 10:27 when I started talking about it. You got 10:30. So let's go. And 172 conductors. Yeah. And if you guys have a raid train, go download the raidtrain.app. Raidtrain.app. And put your raid train on there. Because when that raid train's live, people could click on it and it'll show all the people and each seller's name when it's on. I can go right now. Okay, stop number 7 is, or here, stop number 8, Peaches _ Paradise. If I click on it, it takes me right to her profile on whatnot. It's pretty good. And now I can see that, oh, shoot, the raid train's tomorrow. right? And I could join in on that. Yeah, where are you at? JFK. So that's just one of the trains. Um, the fridge raiders is what's in your fridge in June. Oh my goodness. I missed that one the first round. Somebody needs to multicast that to YouTube. Just saying. Just saying, Thriftworks. Yeah, that one is. Yeah, so there will be a show link eventually at the top. Yeah, that was. I missed yours. I missed Zodi's, but I saw a picture of hers. Yeah, natural state of high. All right, let me peek to see who's on because we're gonna raid. I got to do some stuff, and I appreciate you guys being here today. Thank you so much. Let me take a look because I really wanted to raid into a show. I have somebody picked out. I have two people. Oh my gosh, Petty Makes. I'm always on Tuesdays in the morning. Brother, thank you for the tip. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. I love coming on in the morning. So my goal for this coffee talk and tech chat, Picker Adam, thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. The goal for this is every Tuesday since January of 2023, I've been doing this chat show. And there might be a few weeks where I had it late at night or I moved it to a different one. Yes, 100%. Make you feel better too. You need a good hot steam. You do. You should. I would. Yes. Uh chat, should I don't know why I don't have anything muted. It said, should I get a facial in the business lounge? Thriftworks is asking. That's literally like a yes. What do you guys think? Darren should treat himself and get a facial. Yeah. So I'm on every time. So my goal is I don't know, it might you might get the facial you might get that person sick though. So um it's been corrupted too. Chat, should I get a facial in the business lounge? Why did that get red chatted? I don't know. Definitely. Yes, yes. Oh, you know why? Okay. That's weird. Type facial. Oh, maybe it had. That's so weird. I don't think I have anything red chatted because it's a chat show. It's a chat show. I'm gonna look. I wouldn't mute that. That's why. Yeah, I'm not reading that. But you know, dirty stuff. Yeah, but do not Google it. I'm gonna do that right now. Don't come at me. I don't have anything. I wanted to see if I had any red chat. I have none. I don't even have it explicit on in this show. I do not. Okay. So, PJ, are you still here? I think you're going to be fine. You can always reach out to Whatnot. I can't say you can or cannot, but I know if it's a protected uh, thing, you cannot. But I think it's probably okay. I see people do it all the time. Yeah, I think you're okay. It's just the protected, endangered shells that, that kind of stuff probably cannot. But I'll leave that up to you to figure that one out. But I think it's okay. I think I have another friend that does shell art. Oh, is it really? Gosh, all you people ruining that red chat words. Okay, hold on. Let me go over here. I'm gonna raid somebody. I'm gonna pick. I had somebody, but I don't know that they're on or they're on yet. I might have to. Oh, they're not having a show, are they? They're. I love rating them because I love how they explain things. But I think. Okay, I got to talk for 19 more minutes. Can we talk for 19 more minutes, or should I just pick someone else? I love to go in there. Okay, sure. Um, as long as 6-7 is never muted. What? 6'7", 6'7". I see 6'7" on everything. It's when you go 6'7", 6'7", 6'7", 6'7", like 8 times or 9 times, then it goes to red chat. Mm-hmm. Adulting is a trap. You're craving some coffee? Why not get it? Yeah. It doesn't list. I'll look right now. I mean, I always tell people to go look it up themselves because I don't want to get into that. I used to tell people, oh, you can't sell this, you can't sell that. But I'll go to help.winnow.com. I'll type in prohibited. There's two. Oh, there's a lot now. So restricted or prohibited. Now a bunch comes up. They just updated yesterday at 2:29 a.m. Okay. 2:29 a.m. they updated. So if it's banned, it's going to say specifically, oh, I'll tell you in a second. Um, adult and explicit items, okay? Whatnot has specific rules around the display and sale of adult items. We do not permit the sale of sex toys or sexually explicit items. Please see Whatnot's adult and explicit items policy for more information on what can be sold, displayed, and when used, the explicit content toggle. So you go read that, okay? Yesterday at 10 p.m., okay? Go read it. That's the rules. That's part of their policy, okay? Hold on. Okay, so there's some things that you can't show and some things you cannot. And Whatnot will handle it if they get reported, okay? I know. I was like, come on. Um, I mean, whatever, right? Okay, so alcohol, obviously no alcohol. So there's, if it's not allowed, then there's going to be another section and it will strictly say like alcohol. Alcohol products are not permitted to be offered for sale, given away, and that includes this, and this spirits, wine, and beer. So if they say it's banned or there's a policy, like for example, hand sanitizer, you know, people have this little bed bath or what body bath, whatever the Bed Bath and Beyond or no, Bath and Body Works, all those bees. If they have that item and it's in a giveaway, that's against the rules. You can't do that. So you have to follow the rules. I mean, some rules are meant to be broken, but these are policy rules. You don't want to break them. I'm pretty much a rule follower, so it's hard for me to be like, oh yeah, let me just give it away. No. So alcohol, there's information. So if it's not banned, it's got a policy. Okay. So cosmetics is simple. Okay, Whatnot has specific rules for cosmetics, the sale and related products. Okay, sounds good. Um, so now they've done a lot of updates today. So today at 10:08 a.m. The following types of cosmetics. So you can sell cosmetics, but here's the catch, right? You cannot sell used cosmetics or tools. Used cosmetics or any used sponges, applicators, or brushes. Not allowed at all. Cosmetics outside original container or resealed. They may not be sold or given away outside of the original container, or if the seal has been broken, internal or external. Okay. Cosmetics may be sold or given away outside of the original box, provided the cosmetic remains are in the original container with seal intact. So if the box was shrunk wrap and you ripped it off or it got damaged and then the container itself was shrunk wrap with the seal, the peel seal was in place, you could actually sell and give it away. Okay. Damage to the outer box is allowed, but provided the original container inside is protected. And then expired products, okay? They must, if they're listed to be sold or given away, they have to do it before the expiry date, which is 3 years. Okay. So, regardless of expiry date, all cosmetics, fragrances, and nail polish must be less than 3 years old when listed, sold, or given away. Okay. Yeah. Don't open it up to show them inside of it. If you do, you better have a demo, and you cannot sell or give that item away. Period. It's considered used. Okay. But that's not my responsibility to, I'm just sharing what I'm reading from help.whatnot.com. So if something's not allowed, I could do a whole show on what's allowed, what's not allowed. It's what kind of seller are you? You have integrity? If you have integrity, you're going to follow the rules, right? It's just good business. And also, I bet you guys don't know this. Do you guys want to hear another secret? Number 3? Very important, right, Tober? You guys want to hear number 3? I'm going to give you the worst case scenario right now. If you sell it, I say you have anti-aging under eye retinol cream, and you sell a 10-year-old product or a 4-year-old product, and someone puts it in, uses it properly, and they get an issue, but they didn't know the product was 8 or 10 years old, and they're going to sue you. And Whatnot's going to say, well, we have a policy that you signed when you agreed to use our app. So you're going to get sued by the end user. And I would say probably a lot of people are not protected in that way. And it's rare, but it happens. So they have live feed video, and they would get subpoenaed and have to hand it over. So be smart, follow the rules. Simple. It's simple. And my background is cosmetics. Those products only have a shelf life and certain ingredients in them to have that long of a life. You're a licensed. Oh, I did not know that, Tober. Because of liability, you won't sell them exactly. And the company's not, they're not liable. They're liable if you buy it directly from them. But if a third party, unauthorized third party, because a professional company is selling their product B2B, business to business, and sometimes business to licensed professional. If they're outside the channels because they sold it to B2B and then they sold it out, that falls on the seller at that point. And of course, ask a lawyer. I've seen so many stupid lawsuits like this, and people are like, why am I getting sued? Yep. And pallets and mystery. And some of that stuff is really old. And sometimes you could call the company up and read them the batch number, and they'll laugh. Sometimes our batch numbers will be the year on it. I remember going to one of those bin stores, and they had some nail polish, and it was for like a pretty popular company. I'll just say one of the top nail companies. Okay. They're professional, but they also do retail. And I saw the lot number because I worked in nail polish, and I look at it and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. It was from 2012. Okay. This was like a year ago. That's old. Now, nail polish can be a long time, but it was like in a kit, right? So the kit was like to put nail tips on with it had nail glue for the tip. So the thing with the nail glue is some people are allergic to the nail glue. Okay. And that will be on that. That's why it's 97% off. It's just to give you, it's not to scare you, it's just to show you there's rules for a reason. Yeah, the sticky tabs, the everything. Yep, they do have a shelf life. And I've seen people, like, you could sell I worked for a company, and they made nail care product, and they were like the number 2 nail polish. They were probably number 1 now. Hair dye, everything. And they had to put an expiration date on any certain products, right? Like the glue, because it has oh gosh, it's one of the acrylates that it has in the glue. And you could sell to 50,000 people and one person's allergic. You have to put that kind of copy on it. If you make product and sell it on Whatnot, and you're not putting the ingredients on every single label, every single weight, or any claim on it, you're opening yourself up for huge liability. Huge. Um, yeah, it's true. So every label that you sell should have The name of the product, the manufacturer date, the lot number, the ingredients in on that label of the package, any packaged items, because there's rules for it. Yeah. This should be one category that should not be allowed on here. Oh, and cosmetics. Yeah, because most people pulling them from pallets. They're not, they're running a bag of 10 items. That's fair to say. But we'll see in time. We'll see in time. But the bottom line is there's terms, there's policy for a reason. And when you download the app, you agree to the terms without reading them. So know that, if you're not protected and something can happen, it's pretty odd, but and pretty rare, but it does. Yeah, exactly right. You don't need more makeup anymore. But we could set you up with that. Hey, friend, how you doing? So this is why these rules are set in place, because maybe people aren't following the policy. So that's why, as Whatnot grew, they had to make little policies at a time. Maybe the sheet was like 10 items. Now it's I'm scrolling a lot, like recalled products. Any products that are recalled by the federal government, you cannot sell them anywhere. And you can go check every platform, not allowed. They're recalled for a reason, safety. You can't give them away on Whatnot. I remember when my son was a baby. Say Baloo, hello. I remember when son was a baby, there was a certain pack and play, a playpen, and it had all the jungle animals. It was so cute. But here's the danger. They recalled it because the sides of it would lock up and it would fall down. So if it fell down, all four corners would go in. And if your kid was in there, your child could die or get hurt. And they immediately recalled that. And I remember the company, they had a recall and they would pay you more money than the item was worth to get it back. And you had to cut out the sides of the netting inside and send it. And I remember they gave me like $200 because they wanted it. I think it was like 150. You remember that? Yeah. And then I remember seeing some, and it was the cutest little jungle set ever. I was so bummed because we had like the whole thing for the kids. Yeah, but I think they gave us like 200. Naked Maple, I always can count on you. What's up? I'll take it. Yeah. Anybody want a used car? It's only $1,000, but it may throw shorts at you. You're freaking funny. What's up? Yeah, lead paint. Oh man. Yeah, because you just don't know. But these are all in here for a reason. Here, the guy that did all this hand sanitizer stuff during the pandemic, this guy bought all of it at any in Amazon. He bought hundreds of thousands of dollars because he was hoarding it to make money. And so he had a couple storage facilities. And I don't know what the whole story was, but basically people were buying it. So a little sanitizer that probably cost $5 or $10, he was selling for $40 and $100. And he got greedy. And then he didn't, something that word got around, and then people didn't need it. They found it elsewhere, right? When it was on that whole supply and demand, you couldn't get it. And so he had bought it. Thank you, Bev. Love you too, friend. Anyway, it was kind of funny because the guy had so much leftover. He tried to return it to Amazon, and they had changed their policy like a couple of days before and said no returns on this, and this kind of item. And so he went to other apps, and other apps started banning it. So the guy ate, like, I don't know, a lot of money. So that's what you get. He deserved that. But that's another example of an item that, hand sanitizer is also in here somewhere that you can't, you can't sell it. You cannot give it away either. Medical devices, medicine, or health related items this is another one I see. Medicine and medical devices are not permitted to be for sale or given away on Whatnot. Okay. This includes prescription drugs, prescription medical devices, prescription veterinary medicine, injectable substances, and OTC medicines, over the counter, Tylenol, Advil, those kind of things. For the sale of supplements and vitamins, see the supplements policy. Go read that. Plants have specific rules. Go read that. Stolen items. I mean, it's kind of like common sense, right? Stolen items definitely are not permitted for sale or given away. And some people might joke and go, yeah, someone says, oh, where do you get all your stuff? You might hear sellers that joke around and go, yeah, I stole it all. They're not going to tell you their source, so they're being sarcastic, okay? They're just not. Off a truck, off the back end of a truck. It fell off a truck. I mean, I stole it, right? That doesn't necessarily mean they sold. They're not going to tell you, like, hello, guys. Yeah, don't mess with lead paint. It's not safe. Seeing people get sick. You was certified in getting people sick. I see you. Yeah. Oh yeah. The older. Oh yeah. I just found a 4-year old fortune cookie under my fridge. Just you should. It's still good. Y'all should buy it. They last forever. They last forever. Naked maple. How are you doing, Hello Thrifty? Yeah. So it's just an example, like to give you guys to tell you there are rules for a reason. You heard it here, folks. First, you did. You did. First the car, now the 4-year old fortune cookie. Go check out Naked Maple. Definitely buy the fortune cookie, have her smash it on the live, and then ask her to eat it and tip her. You too, brother. Have a good one. Thank you so much. You're swell. You're on your lunch break. Oh, nice. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you. Your favorite fortune cookie said wrong cookie. You're out. Thank you. All right, but you guys, there's just so many rules. They're, to be honest, they're common sense. They're common sense. Twinkies last forever. Well, they say 10 years now. I don't know. Should I open my Twinkie from 1998? It's inside my Twinkie the Kid. I'm not kidding. There's no mold on it or anything. But I think its expiration date like passed. I know. I kind of want to open it and eat it and see what happens. My job is done here. I'll see myself out. Get out. No. Yeah, I don't think I would eat it. I have eaten baseball card uh gum from 1989. I almost broke a tooth. No, I did. I took a little piece of it to see. It still tasted fine. Yeah, it still tasted fine, but it was real like it literally broke in a bunch of pieces. We love you too much, don't do it. Okay, I won't. It didn't break my teeth, but I just took a little piece just to see. Yeah, it's for flavor. It was fine. Yeah. I kind of chewed it, but like I don't recommend that. Yeah. They don't teach common sense in school anymore. Now it's common bore. I changed that part. Now it's you got to live on the edge sometimes. You know it. You know it. And then so read the rules and see, help.whatnot.com, prohibited or search restricted. And all those policies come up. So if you're selling like if you're on here selling, here's another thing that people might not know. Say you go to someone's stream and they're selling their promotional package. Okay. They're selling their promotional package and it's filled with every supplier you could imagine wherever you live. Okay. You think that's okay to buy on Whatnot? It'll be all the ones. Tell me your zip code and I'll get you the top 10 suppliers for pallets, for shoes, for bags, for all these things. And they're selling it. Do you think that that's allowed? A list of suppliers? Nobody? What do you think? What do you think I'm going to tell you? It's not allowed. Not allowed. Definitely 100% not allowed. If you see a show like that, it's a scam. Report it. Report it. That's how we keep our community good and get rid of the crappy scammers out there. Okay. Now, if you see somebody selling something like, they're going to give you a list of like, new sellers set up, tools you might need, or tips and tricks like a PDF or something. That's allowed. They have to ship a product, okay? As long as they're shipping a product. But you can find that on the internet yourself. Why pay for it? Right? Why pay for it? I actually think I have mine on my website for free. But, those kind of things, obviously, buyer list, customer list, email lists, email addresses, phone numbers, you're not allowed to collect them on Whatnot at all. And you cannot sell them. There's a lot of people that have like this new thing I've been seeing this the whole idea on Whatnot is to keep people on the app, not drive them off to your website where you sell. So you can't say like, you can say like, there's a lot of people that sell on eBay. There's a lot of people that sell on Posh, Mercari, all these sites, District, all of them, right? But you can't say, hey, I have a show tonight over on XYZ platform. You guys come over to it because every new buyer is getting something special in their package. You guys can't do that, okay? Because someone could report you for doing that. Just just have some integrity. Respect it. Any other platform, if you write a message to somebody that you sold on there and said, "Hey, come to Whatnot, here's a coupon code," they're going to definitely give you a warning because their AI, their auto detect can see that. Yeah. Yeah, definitely not. You're super welcome. I hope that a little bit of it helps you guys. You may go on a show and they're like, she don't know what she's talking about. Oh, I know what I'm talking about. And I have receipts to back it up because I'm looking at the actual policy. I'm not making it up and trying to sell you something you don't need. Oh, yeah. You can't have a Cash App. Like if you type Cash App right now, oh, look at that. But if you put it together at one word, Cash App is muted because Cash App is one word. But if someone says, "Hey, I caught a girl actually, I went to," whoa, that's weird. I went to a girl's really that too? Interesting. Yeah, custom. Hmm. Oh, thank you. I love her so much. I freaking love Tamika. Yeah, you know what I was thinking, right? Okay, so just so you guys know, it's my first day on Whatnot. I say that every time because it makes me excited about Whatnot. I hope it makes, yeah, you know. I hope it makes you guys excited. Don't be afraid. Do your show anyway. If it sucks, do it again. If it sucks, figure out what you did. Watch your old show. Oh, I can't look at myself. I look at myself. I don't even see myself anymore on here. And I'm like literally a photographer behind the camera. I didn't want to be on camera, but people asked me after 6 months, "Are we ever going to see you?" I was like, "I guess." Hi, real quick. And then I went into it. Then I started doing selling shows where I flipped the camera for 5 minutes, had a little conversation. I told people what my plan was. And I said, "Hey, listen up, you guys. Tonight I'm showing vintage decor. I've got my camera on me for a minute and I want to sell XYZ. I've got some new bangers and we're going to go through a scan show." And I would do scan shows. And then as I scanned to the item, they would say, "Run it." And I'm right. "You went to lunch, came back. Yeah, I'm still here." Next week. Next week is the one I said shorten. Today was a hope, but it just didn't happen. I know one question about shipping, but I'm glad you came back. Thank you, Sassy. All right, no, we're really gonna rate our friend right now. But I just want to tell people, don't be afraid to go live and stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. Really, all I hear is, "I'm afraid. I can't do it. I don't have a perfect setup." You know what I hear? I hear excuses. I hear excuses. Make it happen. Make it happen. My friend Natural State of High always says, "Make excuses or make it happen." She's also the sticker plug on Whatnot. You should definitely go to her and get stickers. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to copy her and sell my own stickers. I am. I am. Just kidding. I'll be in her show and I'll tell you, get any sticker you want made. I got some cute stickers she made me.